Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
The season ain't over, y'all. There
not.
was
They kept it
a
alive.
chance that we came into today's episode with the season being completely over, but we lived to see at least
I was praying.
one more
Thank
game.
you,
I was
Dallas.
praying last night when they had that lead. I was like, just don't let it be one of those fool's gold thing, and the Celtics come back, but they pulled it out. So the season's
You
still
can't
alive.
blow a lead like that. That was too big of a lead.
That's true.
At
That
one
was-
point, it was one of the biggest leads in NBA
I
Finals history.
definitely sat on my hands, though.
Yeah,
I definitely
nah.
sat on my. But I agree with you. At halftime, about 2 plays into the third, I stopped completely taking my notes.
Yeah.
But I felt what Mike was saying. It's been too many times where the 20-2 run in the game before, I was
Yes.
like, I was almost like, man, I see somebody tweeted, man, this game getting boring, and I was about to agree, and I'm like, you know what, let me chill. And then they went on a 22 run, so I'm like. But I feel, Mike, I was so happy that they was able to keep the lead. Obviously, wish it was closer, but I definitely wanted them to win because I'm not ready. And this could be over Monday. This could be over whatever. Whenever this is over, though, I will not be ready is the point I'm making.
Yeah, I understand.
The best part about it is that we fly right into the NBA draft. So it's not that, like the 26th is the draft. Today is what, the
15th.
15th, so we got like 10 days or so. But wait, before we talk about that, I want to remind y'all to leave a like, subscribe to the channel as we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. We also have 2 big announcements. One of them we're saving for later in the show, but the first big announcement is that on Tuesday's episode, we will have a special guest, Shams Charania, stopping by the studio to chat with us a little bit. I got some questions for Shams specifically about this Lakers coaching stuff because we've seen
We got a
conflicting
lot of mess
reports.
going on over there.
Yeah, so I want to see the guy with the scoop give it up to the Numbers on the Board guys. And we got a lot of different things. Shams has been one of the cooler guys in the industry over the last couple of years.
For real.
Always been really cool with us, no matter where he saw us, whether it be Summer League or anything. So
I see him all the time when I go to stadium. We
There you
done
go.
did some sad stuff, some stuff in the tuck that the world don't know about. But no, Shams is A1. I'm glad to be able to have him back though.
yeah.
The Lakers stuff is very, very, very crazy. Very crazy. Who's gonna be our next coach, Mike? Tell me right now.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I got a feeling. I don't think it's gonna be either JJ or anybody they're kind of looking at. I feel like it's gonna be somebody else to surprise. Everybody they kind of looked at is kind of falling through so far.
Yeah, James Borrego is getting interest with
Yeah.
Cleveland.
And that's who Anthony Davis wanted, wasn't it?
Yes.
Dan Hurley obviously went back to UConn. So I mean, it's shaping up for JJ Redick.
It's just if he wants it, it seems like.
So
Again, it's just like, does he want to take that chance? Like, obviously, the Lakers head coaching job is such a like intriguing thing, but it looks like a one-way road because you got to either be successful with this team or it's kind of gonna fall back on the coach eventually.
the one thing that I will say is, well, I'll ask you and all of y'all, do y'all think the past couple of coaches makes this job a little bit more better? Because there's no way that the Lakers do that all over again, right?
Yes, there's a way.
Yeah. I haven't seen a pattern where it seems like they have any sort of stability where they ride it out. Frank Vogel won a championship and then they fired him. So like, if you win a championship and you get fired because they went out and traded for Russell Westbrook and you couldn't make it work,
Yeah.
then yeah, there's a way where they always gonna fire the coach.
Dang. That would be the one thing I think of. Like, they did it prematurely with Frank Vogel. They made the mistake with that, which went into the Darvin Ham thing, and it really was because of the Russell Westbrook trade that both coaches kind of didn't have the way they wanted to go. And now I feel like the best thing about the JJ Redick thing is, hey, if I get this coaching job, there's no way that they do this 3 times in a row.
The only
I
thing
can't
is,
question out.
It's
what they're
just
saying,
unfair
though.
because the Lakers don't have a championship roster, but the expectations always are championship with this. Just having LeBron, honestly, and being the Lakers and being that historical franchise, it's just that bridge between like, we're not that good enough, but we want to be so bad.
Did you guys see the picture of LeBron? He was in Philly with Nick Nurse.
Do not believe that that's LeBron.
It looked like him.
I do not believe that that's
I saw the
LeBron.
tweet, but I didn't click the picture.
Oh, it looked like him. I mean, it was a little far. It did physically look like him.
I believe that may have been Elton Brand.
No.
No, he was too good. He was in too good a shape to be Elton Brand.
Dang, Elton.
No, that wasn't a shot.
He know
Like,
Elton by the curves.
I'm pretty sure I saw that picture, and I saw people saying, the actual fans of the team was saying, like, dang, that kind of do look like LeBron, as if, like, that's not LeBron. Like, man, you might get, like, I'm almost sure that wasn't LeBron James.
And it would be too early for it to be him, or people are getting fined. pretty heavily.
What? Do they care?
Yeah.
know.
If it's that blatant, yeah. You've never seen somebody have it to where it's that blatant.
In public.
Yeah.
They just out and about.
The
Now,
Joel
yeah.
Embiid thing was funny yesterday.
Do they
when he was
care if
talking
they-
about Paul George and he kind of gave him that side eye.
Joel
that was
funny.
crazy.
That
They
was,
knew what they was doing.
Yeah, he
knew what
did
they
it
was
without
doing.
getting fined. He did it to
You don't think he getting fined?
no.
Okay.
He ain't blatantly say, "Oh, I want Paul George."
Can he say that?
I
Or
want
is
Paul
it tampering outside of the players? Because the players I've seen a bunch of players were making no secret.
Oh.
That's my homie. Yeah, I want to play with D Mills.
No, I think players can get fined for
Can they?
tampering.
Okay. I wasn't
Hasn't
sure.
that happened before?
Who?
I feel like that's happened before though.
But at the same time, I'm with P though. I feel like I've always heard like,
I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I mean, I don't even think it's just like, I think that's just like the camaraderie thing around the NBA too. Is like, man, that's my homie. I would love to play with him. I don't think they always look at it like he's tampering, but it definitely could be in that realm. Like I'm trying to hint that I'm definitely want my mans to come here.
Yeah.
They had 6 people sitting at that desk yesterday.
That was a crowded desk.
And it was so unevenly spaced that it bothered me that I couldn't watch it. It was so uneven. It was like
Yeah.
4 people was on one side, then like Stephen A had the most room in the world. Like it's not a 7-footer that's also on the panel that also deserves some room. It was weird. It was a weird time. But did get some good clips from Joel Embiid. He mentioned they asked him about a dynasty, and he was like, "Well, a lot of people are injured, me included." Like that was a good quote. And then obviously the Paul George side of that thing, which I hope is a reality.
I think Joel's answer was like on brand. Why would he sit up there and say, "Oh yeah,
this
they're
team's
a
going to
dynasty.
7 more."
Yeah, that I will never beat this
But
team.
that's why they
before."
set him up. Because, yeah, he's not going to say that. But then also what he said, it can apply to a lot of other years.
Yeah, I think KB went through a whole thing where he put an asterisk next to every championship since like what 2000 was it 2000?
As far as I've been watching basketball, which is 2005, do y'all want to hear every single asterisk?
Let's talk about it.
And the point of it was,
That there's something that like leads up to every championship.
yeah,
For sure.
I just hate the idea of like a championship not being worthy because this thing happened. Every championship needs a bunch of luck.
And I was specifically talking about Embiid. He's been hurt a lot in
Yeah.
the playoffs. So
2024, the Celtics only played injured teams. 2023, the Denver Nuggets played 3 playing teams, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, but it's still a fact.
which were the Lakers, the Heat, and who was the other one?
Whoever they played in that first round was that Minnesota.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
2022 was what team again?
The Warriors, right?
Yep. They beat the Celtics.
They played 4 inexperienced teams. 2021, foot on the line.
But did they have any injuries?
I don't know. I mean, this
Okay.
is, I didn't go too deep into it, but this is just off the top of mind. 2021, foot on the line, that's Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving was injured. 2020
Harden,
is
hamstring.
just the bubble in general.
Yeah.
Like that. Just
I was
just
waiting
the
for
bubble in
something
general.
that was a little bit more in
I'll-
depth.
I thought it was.
I mean,
funny
when you
that-
have 45 days between one
Some
game and
people
another.
Everybody else had it.
Some
I know,
people,
but I'm just saying-
some
I'm
people
not
said it
saying
would
it's
make them
valid.
better. All they had to do all day was hoop.
I'm not justifying that it's valid, but I'm just saying if you wanted to put an asterisk next to every finals, you could do so.
I get that, but I feel like that one and there was one more, the inexperience, those seem overly forced compared to some of the others.
Yeah.
2019, KD and Klay Thompson end up injured.
Valid.
that was yeah.
2018 and 2017, we talking about an unfair super team. Just simply put, it's Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, all those dudes. 2016, Draymond gets suspended, changes the momentum of the entire series.
Oh, that's an earwig. Hold on.
I was tripping. I'm looking at something move. Am I hallucinating? Did I take a shroom?
Mike do be bringing cookies to the studio and everything.
They gonna think we joking.
2015, no Kyrie Irving, no Kevin Love. 2014,
That's an ear white?
Earwig.
he's the animal guy.
He is.
He got
You've
everything.
never seen those? Those they
I have,
really
but I don't
crawl in
think
your
I've
ear.
ever. Oh no, I ain't never seen them near my ear. But I've
I
seen.
mean, that was kind of close to your ear if you think about
was.
it.
It was almost there.
closer to my mouth.
He just
but-
went 2014.
No, go back to 2016. 'cause he's
2016,
distracted.
Draymond Green kicking people,
Yep.
get himself suspended, change the momentum. 2015, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love are injured. 2014, Dwayne Wade's body gives out. 2013, unfair super team. 2012, unfair super team. 2011, some of these are definitely a stretch. 2011 is the Monstars took LeBron James's powers because LeBron James scored like 16 points per game in the finals. Like that's just different. 2010, Kendrick Perkins gets injured and missed the last 2 games. He was the defensive anchor of that team. 2019, LeBron James didn't live up to 2009. Yeah, I'm sorry. LeBron James did live up to expectations. Plus, Kevin Garnett is injured for the playoffs. 2008, insane Game 7 whistle. That is Game 7 of the Cavalier series, where Wally Zerviak and Ben Wallace get into crazy foul trouble early on, and they have to adjust the entire rotation. 2007 is when the bigs, Amari Stoudemire and Boris Diaw, get suspended for leaving the bench. 2006 is a legendary whistle that Dwayne Wade got in that series. 2005, I don't have anything.
Howard timeout too.
I don't have anything for 2005. That's a little bit too early in my fandom. But I'm sure there's something. And in 2004, Karl Malone was injured all season long.
Yeah, these are stretches.
Some of those were stretches.
I love more than half were stretches.
But you could still do
The
that for
ones
every
that I
championship.
say, I just think that the injuries are valid. But like the Warriors had a super team, they ain't the first.
They are the last, though.
Man, let's hope so. But some of those are extreme. Anytime the injury stuff is there, I guess you can put it in there, but injuries are a part of the game, so that even makes it not.
That's what I'm
valid
saying.
to
All
me.
of the asterisks are invalid because it's just basketball.
Yeah.
You can only play the team in front of you. You
Yeah.
can't do anything other than hoop. And
We could play what if about anything in NBA history.
Yes, we can.
Everything is a domino effect, butterfly effect type thing where like if one of those teams won the championship, then hey,
I was
you
just
wouldn't
thinking
have got
that
him.
this morning, and then I started looking it up, and I was like, Draymond was talking about it a few days ago, but the whole Damian Lillard requesting a trade and going to the Bucks would eventually led Drew Holiday to go to the Celtics. Like that's that. What if they never request that trade to the Celtics
sure.
in this spot?
Well, what if Kevin Durant
Yeah.
never decided to go to the Golden State Warriors with Draymond Green?
That ain't nothing but what if.
Yeah. What if LeBron had Kyrie or Kevin Love in that first series?
What if the Nuggets decided they didn't want to try to play? Who was that that set starts because they didn't want to avoid playing in this season? They tried to force the standings. A
The
matchup.
Cavs.
Was that the Cavs?
The
That was
Cavs
the
and the-
Cavs.
Oh, the Cavs.
I don't think
yeah,
the Nuggets
yeah.
did anything like that.
No,
Who
the
the-
Nuggets just lost to Devontae Graham on a game winner and lost the 1 seed
Boom.
because of
That's
that.
what it was. That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
it was.
Which
They
is
didn't
like-
try to lose, but they did.
A game winner, you can't really do anything about.
That is
That was
like
that
a
big
huge
game.
part, man. That's a huge part of the season.
Well, they
if
could
you're
have
the
came out and
Denver
played
Nuggets.
better.
I mean, it was the
True.
Spurs at the end of the day,
Yeah.
too.
But Vic had one hell of a game that game.
I don't remember. I just remember Vontae hitting the game winner. But like if the Nuggets have the 1 seed, then they go against the beat up Pelicans team. Then they go against the Dallas Mavericks in the second round, which I think is a good series. And it's all matchup based, you know what I'm saying? I think that the Denver Nuggets win that series.
Yeah.
But then again, that means they go against Minnesota in the conference finals, and they just lost that matchup. So it probably ends up Minnesota. But either way, Vontae Graham maybe changed the entire course of Denver Nuggets history because they might trade some people this offseason because of it. It's kind of crazy. Let's get back to game 4, though. A spanking. Like we do our recaps after the games.
I thought you weren't gonna do yours.
I wasn't, and then I was like,
Why not? Right?
why not?
Yeah.
Why,
I'm
why-
glad
why
you
not?
did.
It was 7. It was the shortest recap I ever put out. It was 7 minutes long. But it was like, I feel like I wouldn't be doing my job if I was like, oh, the game was a blowout, nothing to talk about. Because there were things to talk about. Because if you go back, the last 6 quarters for the Dallas Mavericks have been incredible compared to the Celtics. Well, I'm sorry, the last 5 quarters. Because that's when they went on a 22-2 run in the fourth quarter. So the last 5 quarters, they have dominated. And I think that's something worth talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I think Luka's defense in this game was something that was substantially better than what we saw.
Is
through
it
the first 3
Windhorse's
games.
fault? Did Windhorse wake him up?
Nah, I think maybe I feel like probably it was somebody in the locker room.
It's got to
Whether
be
it's
something.
Jason Kidd or
Being down 0-3
I
got to
was
do
just,
something.
Yeah, no,
I agree
it
with Mike.
being down
That-
this is when they go
desperation
home.
is
No.
the number
But
one key.
they
I'm
could-
not
they coulda
buying
came
nothing
out-
about anything else.
But no, they could have either came out and laid down and just gave up, or they could have came out and showed some resilience, some grit, some tough, and like show they got some sort of dog in them.
That's
and
what desperation
And I felt
does.
like they did.
That's
I
what
hate
desperation
that it
does.
takes 3 losses
That's
to
what
get
I,
there.
yeah. We
That's
we
what
saw with the Celtics last year. They went down 0-3 to the Heat, and then all of a sudden, now they had to remember how to play basketball again.
That's what made my video as long as it was, because I thought it was going to be short too. But I kept sitting there and asking the people, like, imagine if we just took this and we made a game 3, how much the dialogue changed,
Yes.
Yes.
the momentum of the series, the
Yes.
confidence in the locker room. Everything about this changes if that performance is in game 3. That's
Yeah.
the type of game I thought potentially could have happened. Maybe not 84 points from the Celtics, but just the way when you go back home, you have that star player in Luka Doncic. I ultimately still thought the Celtics were going to win this series even before going up 3-0, but I just thought that the Mavericks would have had a better response in game 3 that was a little bit more similar to game 4. And again, not in a million years could I have predicted the Celtics with 84 points getting blown out that bad, but I just thought that the Mavericks came out a little bit more swing heavy.
It was a game 3. I don't remember when the Celtics struggled shooting and the Mavericks didn't capitalize on it.
Both,
That was game
obviously,
2.
both games
Yeah.
3 and 4, they struggled shooting the ball.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
like,
the second half of game 1, like it hasn't even been that crazy of a series for the Boston Celtics, but they pulled out 3 games.
Yes.
Like in my video, I said if the Dallas Mavericks can go back and just get the last 3 minutes back of game 3,
yeah.
that could change the entire series from 3 minutes of play.
Who knows what happened if Luka don't foul out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who knows?
And that's like the variance in basketball in a series where you can 3 minutes can be the determining factor of whether or not you're down 3-0 or down 3-1 or be in a 2-2 series, and we're talking about who has the edge. History will be made eventually. I don't know if it's in our lifetime. A team will come back 0-3. It's happened in every single other major sport that has a 7-game format. I don't know if it's this series.
It has?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Baseball, hockey.
Who came back from
That's
3-0
why-
baseball?
The
Was it
Boston
not in our
Celtics
lifetime?
blew a 3-0 lead in the
For sure. Just last year.
Oh, that was last year?
That
I was
the
thinking
Heat.
back when
The-
we were kids.
The Heat blew the 3.
No, I'm talking about Boston Red Sox.
Oh, you said
yeah.
Celtics.
I said Celtics.
I
You
thought
said
you meant
Boston.
last year when they came back but lost in game
Yeah,
7.
no. Boston Red Sox lost to the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken, back in we were kids, like 03, 04.
That was
in
a
that area.
3-0? I thought that was 3-1.
3-0. Came back
That's
3-0.
Alex Rodriguez and Derrick Jeter Yankees.
And that's why I remember Bill Simmons was like, I know we're up 3-0, but I've seen this before. Because I think the Bruins did it too. So it's happened a few times in Boston history.
Man.
So, eventually, I think that the way basketball is, it's so swing heavy
Yeah.
that like a one great shooting quarter could be the reason why the Celtics win game 5.
Yeah, I wonder what's the morale in the locker room for Mavericks. Like, do they feel like, was this just like, we don't want y'all to celebrate y'all championship win on our court, so we finna come out swinging? Or do they legitimately feel like we finna go and try to make history?
And-
Like,
I hope not. I hope they take it in one game at a time. I
That's-
think if you
that's
try
the
to
most
think too
important
far
part.
into
No,
making
but like
history,
I
you
think
get
also
caught up.
taking it one game at a time, you are like kind of like in a way feeling like we can make history here.
Well, yeah. Well,
You take
have
it
no-
one game at a time, though. So
Yeah.
you're not even worried about game 6 or game
But
7.
a lot
or
of
anything
times
like
You
that.
see
have no
teams come out
You
and
have
they
no
have
choice
you-
to think about making history because that's the only way you can win the series. But in order to
Yeah.
even get there, you have to. If you start to think too far, you're going to lose the series
Yeah, no, but I'm
because
also,
you're already kind of going to lose the series.
Yeah, but I'm also saying like we see teams go down 3-0, then they come out and they had this great game 4, but then they go into game 5 and it's like, oh damn, that was just a waste. That they
But
just
I
didn't
don't
want to
think.
get swept.
But I don't think that's anything to do with the locker room. I think that's because that's why they were down 3-0 to begin with. They're
Yeah.
If you're down 3-0, that
Yeah.
means that you're playing a team that has shown that they are better than you in a significant margin. So game 4, you might have had a night, just like when the Celtics they had a night against the Miami Heat, where the Miami Heat Tyler Hero looked like Luka, and the Miami Heat shot them split nets off the ball. You just have one of those nights sometimes.
I
So
think-
it's like you got to take it one game at a time because again, you could get fool's gold into thinking,
Yeah, I think there's a lot
we
of
them
people that's
boys.
more so like instead of taking on or actual takeaways from the game and which helped the Mavericks win, they're probably thinking like it's hard as hell to beat a team 4 times. Odds are they're that one team that's up 3-0, they're gonna have a bad shooting night,
Yeah.
and the other team is gonna be hot and lights out. Like that's just how it kind of works. Like you can't. It's just the way of the odds, you know.
It was 04 when the Red Sox came back. My apologies. They came back. They were the one down 0-3 to the Yankees in 04 and won it. But the Bruins
That is
were
I
the
think
team.
That's
that
when
blew it.
A-Rod hit the ball out of Euclid's hand at first. That was such a big deal.
So yeah, it just hasn't. I mean, we've seen in the NBA some of these series go to a game 7. 2023, the one we were just referring to, 2003 with the Mavericks and the Blazers, 1994 with the Jazz and the Nuggets, and then 1951 with the Royals and the Knicks. So it just hasn't happened. It happened in hockey. It happened in baseball. We're just waiting for the time to happen in basketball.
And with basketball, it's just you just need 4 hot shoe nights, I guess, essentially.
Was that
Just
the perfect
Just
game
as
from the
crazy.
Dallas Mavericks?
No.
You said what, Mike?
Oh, I'm
'Cause
sorry. You said
I think
from the Mavericks.
I think it was the perfect game plan, replicatable too.
That's what I was saying. If they could replicate that same performance and Boston shoots just a little bit more regular, can they still pull that out? Because Boston
Pull
had
it out
a terrible,
to win the series because
pull it
I
out
think
to
they
win
could
that
get some
game.
game.
Win
another
that game because Boston had a terrible game.
It's
I
hard
mean,
to
Drew
ju-
Holiday and Jaylen Brown, they could barely find the back of the rim.
It's hard
Same
to
with
judge
Tatum.
that game.
Yeah.
Tatum was better than them, at least to start.
He was getting to the rim a lot too. Yeah.
In order to judge, it's hard to judge that game because it was such a hole that was digged so early, and then they put the bench in a super premature. You know what I mean? So it's like it's so hard to gauge. I think they don't win that game if they shoot a little bit better because the hole was digged so deep. But I think it's going to be hard to replicate.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
They have to chill with some of them turnovers, man.
Damper on
PJ
them.
Washington had 2 of the worst turnovers. First of all, he started the game with the one turnover where I think he just kind of like threw it backcourt or something like that.
That was late to Kyrie coming across.
Yeah, and I'm like, you just can't have those no more.
Gafford threw it out of bounds early
You just-
on.
His
Yeah,
first
they had
shot
like 3
attempt was him trying
turnovers.
to post up Tatum, and it was some contested ass.
You weren't feeling it?
I'm just like, why is it the first shot of the game for the Mavs? Like,
Yeah.
I thought that looked like it was about to go the other way. Like it was.
Yeah,
but then
PJ Washington, I mean, he hit some shots, but like PJ
He hit it
Washington
above
and
the break 3.
Yeah,
He
this
did.
is the first
He
time in the
did.
series he hit more
That
than
was
1 3 in a
big.
game.
him
He
and
too.
Derrick Jones Jr. just haven't had that same like feels they had in the other series. But I like when Josh Green checked in, I like the energy.
Gave
he brought
the
up.
Green
energy.
was great.
Gave the energy.
Yeah.
He had the
Him and
putback
Dante.
dunk. He snatched the ball from Tatum on a Euro step.
He did.
I loved it. That's what I had said earlier in the series, where it's like sometimes, and it kind of reversed in this last game, the Mavericks players outside of Kyrie and Luka, they're not decisive on what they wanted to do. And Josh Green was one of the first people that came to my mind, where it's like sometimes he catches the ball and he don't know if he want to shoot, drive, and he does the opposite of what he should do, and it kind of leads to something bad anytime you're not sure and confident what you're doing. And it felt like this night, last night, it was the opposite. The Dallas Mavericks, everybody was sure what they wanted to do. I kind of got a feeling inside of me that this was a little bit done with as a game when Lively hit that 3. Those are the shots where I'm like, all right, it's
He
just
shot it
one
so
of them
confident. It was
days.
So nice.
It was no
It was
hesitation.
pure.
And that's
The
why
net.
I go back to desperation. When you just hoop. Who
Yeah.
cares?
You just playing free. You
Yeah,
just-
just
you're
shoot
just
it.
out there playing
What's
free
the
at that
worst that can
point.
happen? We're going to lose again? We're going to lose a series where we already down 3
He
and
was
just hoop?
hands down the best big in Game 4. Was Derek Lively?
Yeah, 7 offensive rebounds. He out offensive rebounded the Celtics.
This is the first time in the playoffs where I was like, damn, they look like they need Kristaps right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was actually, they said he was clear to play in certain situations.
And
I
I
don't
was
know what
like,
those situations are.
If you're
but,
down
like,
by 20, he ain't playing.
Yeah,
that was a pump fake. That was a
Yeah.
pump fake for them to try to prepare for him to hoop or whatever. I would guess that he might be ready for. I mean, we got 3 day span between games.
it's crazy. I see so many like conflicting things about his injury. Like they have him cleared to play, but I've seen like certain people say that's an injury that takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal.
He might not return back to the series. And he said, I am going to return to the series. He also told us he would die on the court and didn't play in.
So I guess this is similar to
last
what
two
KD
games.
was saying. They're playing chess.
Trying to.
that shit ain't working.
Xavier Tillman as that wild card in Game 3 was something they did not prepare for.
But then in
They was
game
okay
4,
with
he
game
was getting his
four.
ass cooked.
Yeah, they were okay with it. But I think that one of the main things is how much pressure they put on the rim. It was straight to the basket every single time from Luka and Kyrie, where those dudes combined for 1 of 14 from 3 or something like that. And still
Luka
they
got
won
to chill on
handily.
some of them step backs, bro.
Why? He's great at
But
it. I
I'm-
mean, I know he's 0 for 8, but
I
like
get
that's
him in
one
the
of his
context
shots.
of the game if you outside of the box score, because the way that they was killing them inside of the paint. I mean, at halftime they scored almost 3 times as many points as them in the paint. I think it was 34-12. Dallas's way. When you cooking like that, when he hits that step back 3, that crowd going insane. And he also got fouled on his jump shot a couple times.
Yeah.
So it's like
It looked different from the Game 3 on how he was kind of drawing some of those fouls. Like the one that didn't go his way when I think Al Horford kind of contested him or whatever, and he fell to the ground. So it was just, again, you just expected Luka and Kyrie to kind of turn it up in these kind of desperation games.
I love his evolution of his mid-range game too. He's very good of getting to that mid-range area and just getting to his sweet spot and just pulling up.
He didn't get playing yesterday.
Yeah.
That was huge.
that was big.
He didn't argue with the refs.
You
at all.
preserve so much energy and focus not doing that, especially on silly stuff.
It was so many possessions in Game 3 where he just left his team hanging. Like,
That was
'cause
one
he
of the things at the end of the first where he took 2 of those step back shots and they turned into buckets for the
Yes,
Celtics.
because he was literally just laying on the ground, complaining to the refs. And I was like, bro,
Sam Hauser,
get back.
trail 3.
I think that was another
Tatum
story.
dunk.
In a couple other games, Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard, they was holding their own. They could not do that this game in Game 4.
Nah.
It was just no way. I was thinking, like, eventually you got to take Sam Hauser out at some point, right?
For me, this is one of them games where I think the numbers game came to bite them as well. I just think that sometimes when you're on a roll and a team is on a run, they went 10-0 run, 12-0 run early in the first quarter, because the Celtics play that numbers game, because they want to get those threes up, when the shot isn't going or it's tough and you don't have that rhythm as a team, when you're down and the other team is thriving so much, shooting almost 70% in a quarter, and you're going out and you're trying to go real fast and shoot them threes, all it is a miss, 1 out, long rebound, and now they just go on, your defense not set. And I just think that just dug them a lot deeper early on versus just trying to execute something to get going and kind of stop the bleeding. But it's so many possessions where, like, they throw it, the Dallas score, and then they throw it out, and now Drew Holiday or somebody trying to get the 3 up or a quick shot, and they turn it over, and now they going the other way, and it's just like your defense ain't set. Even in the third quarter, I was rewatching the game this morning, then I started to get ready, and while I'm ironing my shirt, Jalen Brown drive, kick out to Darrick White, left side of the corner. He misses, kind of falling out of bounds. They bring the ball up. Derek Lively trailing. It's a mismatch defense because everybody trying to run at somebody. He gets a dunk. Then they throw it up. Drew Holiday trying to go left baseline. He loses the ball. Now that Dallas get it again. Lively up the middle again. Punch dunk. It's just so because y'all trying to get them shots up. And I get it because it's been something that's helped them. But when you down that much early on and a team is streaking 12-0 run, everything is going their way, I think sometimes you got to slow it down, collect yourselves, and get the easy one, or try to get an easy one. It wasn't really no easy one that Dallas was letting, but you get what I'm saying.
This is the first time the Celtics look uncomfortable offensively in this entire series. Like they literally looked sped up, and like they looked unsure of what they wanted to do and what they were trying to execute offensively. And I give a lot of credit to the Mavs. So like the defense was phenomenal. Luka was not getting blown by. He wasn't a cone no more. Everybody was locked in. They was in the passing lanes. They was deflecting balls and. They played the perfect game plan for the first time.
Yeah, they played little to no help, which limited the shot quality of the shots. That
but when they
the Celtics
did help, I felt like it was perfect and they rotated beautifully. Luka gave extra efforts on closeouts. It's just sad it took them to be down 0-3 to bring back the defense that they could play.
This has got to emphasize, and I know it's kind of like just common sense, but Game 5, you have to start off good. Like you cannot be going into the hole and expecting to come back like. You've seen success when you kind of start bearing the team, and like you said, you're going to speed them up because they want to get back in the game. They're really good. They came back from 20-point all the time. But if you could try to dig that hole early and make them play desperate, I think you kind of changed the offense up a little bit too.
Did y'all look at the notes that we were sent this morning?
No, I didn't get a chance.
Okay, so here's a stat. I want y'all to play this game. Luka Doncic is averaging 34.1 points when facing elimination, most by any player all time, and it's minimum 5 games. So it's not like one dude has 60 in one game. Can y'all guess the players who average the most when facing elimination?
LeBron James.
LeBron James is number 2 at 33.5.
Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry's not in the top 5, no.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
31.5 for Michael Jordan. One active, one retired /
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, 29.9, and the last dude is an all-time center that is no longer with us.
Tim Duncan.
Nope, no longer with us.
Oh, no longer. My bad. I don't know. When you said no longer with us, I really thought about
Bill Walton
in the league.
Bill Walton. He said he is no longer with us. Moses Malone.
Nope.
No longer with us. No longer with us. Who is no longer?
Just got a bunch of legendary point stats.
Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain.
Oh,
Will Chamberlain's number 4 on this.
No longer with us.
31.1. Speaking of no longer with us, we lost another NBA great this week in Jerry West. It's one of those things was so hard where, like, for me at least, when I think about these legends, it's hard for me to contextualize their impact And I feel like with Bill Walton's passing last week or 2 weeks ago, and now with Jerry West passing, that's when I finally got a full grasp of how these people have impacted the sport. Because there's been so many write-ups, so many podcasts of people talking about Jerry West's impact. I mean, he was part of the NBA family for 60-plus years. And he was he was a player, he was a coach, he was a front office guy where he built the Showtime Lakers, or helped build the Showtime Lakers. He helped build the Golden State Warriors that we call one of the best teams of all time. He helped keep the Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis after a slow start when they transferred over.
His most underrated work is the Grizzlies.
And then obviously the Clippers, big hand of the Kawhi Leonard / Paul George thing, and he passed away a couple days ago. And we got a pleasure to meet him briefly in Vegas last year. Pierre got a picture with him and all, and just want to send our condolences to his family.
One of the most honorable things is the logo. Thinking I was an NBA player.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I saw your game last night, man.
You should have played into it.
I should have played, but I ain't want.
I still wonder, who did he think you were?
I have no
Keontae
idea.
George?
I have not.
It has to be a rookie a light-skinned rookie from the last
We
class.
should have really looked at that roster. We didn't. Because Keontae George had a lot of hair. So I don't know. But Jerry West was also an older man. That's the thing that's kind of crazy for me with these legends is like they're older. So, it's inevitable. But it still be like, dang, man, Jerry West, the logo. You know what I mean? Like the logo. And then, being able to meet him. The same thing with Bill Walton. It's like just growing up, Bill Walton calling games. Obviously, Luke Walton, growing up, he is how I kind of knew who Bill Walton was because he was more of a thing when I in actual playing in Arizona and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. But it's super crazy that he is the logo. I remember when me and my brother, when my dad told me and my brother that, it was kind of like, huh? It was like playing 2K3 or something. And we were playing with old teams. And my dad like, y'all know them? That's the logo. And we like, huh? Like, man, but then 2K, even back then, had this crossover that would make it look like the logo a little bit. And it was like, damn, that's really the logo. That's crazy. And then I seen the story of him talking about it, of like a lot of people think that he was selected to be the logo. But apparently, according to him, there was like 5 silhouettes. And the person who made the logo wasn't even in tune with basketball. He don't even know I'm Jerry West. Like he don't know any of this. And he was like, he just picked what he thought was the best thing. So when he said, when people be saying, change the logo, it should be this person, that person, he don't never feel no way. He like, man, go ahead. Yeah. Because it wasn't like they was choosing me anyway, you know what I mean, from his understanding. So
I read an article about his life and everything, and they highly recommend
what college
it.
you went to?
He's from West Virginia.
I know where you're from. I said, what college you went to?
I have no idea.
It's going to blow your mind. West Virginia.
And they talked about his life, and they recommended that you go read. I guess he read an autobiography a little while back. But they mentioned how much, because y'all know he went to the finals so many times, and he only ended up winning once. He was 1 in 9 in the finals. He still had the nickname Mr. Clutch, by the way.
First ever win of Finals MVP as a losing team player.
As a losing player, yeah. And he talked about the amount of anxiety, depression, and all of these other things that came a part of losing that many NBA championships in a row. And one of the main ways he was able to build the Warriors / build the Clippers is to look at a player like Kevin Durant or look at a player like Paul George and be like, you don't want to go through what I did, which is just continuously losing and losing and losing. You want to get that Larry O'Brien trophy. You want to add to your legacy. And I would just assume hearing a guy like Jerry West, who's an all-timer, who obviously lost so many times in that situation, say that to your face, definitely impacted Kevin Durant deciding that he wants to go to the Warriors, or Paul George, what Kawhi had already had too, but Paul George deciding that he wanted to go team up with the Clippers, because Jerry is saying that, like, not only did it have him have restless nights, but he really went through like a deep depression and all of these things with just losing. He was the ultimate competitor and everything. So the NBA family just lost a legend. Yeah. Lost another legend, because we also lost Chet Walker a couple days before that.
Yep.
So
who we talked about. And one of the things, what did we do?
We did the 10 best players in Bulls history. Chet Walker was on the list.
Rest in peace.
So just a rough time. And they honored Jerry just like they honored Bill at the top of the NBA Finals, and he would continue to be honored, honestly. I mean, he's just one of those guys.
To make it lighthearted until back to the finals, whatever. The funny thing, and it's good to be able to smile, laugh when something like this happened, but They said my man was such a Laker that he couldn't stand to see the Celtics win another one. And I was like, man, that's incredible. Yeah. Couldn't stand to see the Celtics win another one. But yeah, I mean, as far as Game 4,
one last thing on Jerry. I mean, I think the number was 87. He was 87 when he passed away.
87, 86, yeah.
That's like
a great life.
Long life.
That's a great long
Considering
life.
we saw him a year ago, it wasn't like he was physically.
No, he was walking. He was fine.
Chilling.
Honestly,
by himself.
If I had to guess, I would not think he was 86 or 87. Just kind of look at that.
It's kind of crazy to see the guy that is the logo just walking around casually in the
by
hotel
himself.
by himself.
Yeah.
Just no worry.
Talking about what y'all finna get into.
He dropped his.
I spilled my drink.
He dropped
let
his
him know.
coffee and he was just cool with it.
We always had that story.
Always. But
yeah, back to the final. Sorry, we didn't want to go on a tangent, but we have to show the respect to the legend.
yeah, I mean,
does this end in 5? Is this because like we've seen in
I would put
history
my
a
money
team
on
be
5,
down 3-0 and then have that legendary Game 4 and then lose in 5?
When we talking about that momentum swing, I know we kind of briefly mentioned it earlier, but like the last 2 pods has been on D Mills. So like, does he feel differently after this Mavericks win?
well, last podcast he said he felt differently that the Celtics would win. So,
But that last podcast was that after Game 2 or was that after Game 3?
I think that was after Game 2.
Okay.
after
Was
Game
it?
2?
Because Game
after
3 was on
3,
Wednesday.
because me and him talked about Game 3 was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it was after Game 2.
Yeah.
So what did we talked about something?
Because I think it was
Yeah, Game
just
2
like
was on Wednesday,
the way the Mavericks, if the Mavericks had like bust the Celtics ass, it would have like a momentum switch. It would change or whatever. But he also talked. There was also the conversation of just because it was a closer game, like the Mavs had a chance to win that game. Does he still feel that way?
I'm sitting up here like, what did we talk? We homies. So me and Darrick probably was talking in the Discord. I'm acting like it was on the podcast. But yeah, go ahead.
For Game 5, I mean, I think I'm gonna lean towards Dallas. I think they're gonna come out, and I think Luka's ready. I think Luka's. I don't know. I saw a different version of him in this game.
There's not a time in the series I did not think he wasn't ready.
But the basketball, actually, here the analysis in me, I think the Celtics ended in Game 5. I think they come out swinging, punching. The basketball fan in me, I want the Mavericks to win in Game 5. Mm-hmm. Just so we get more basketball and it's more excitement, more drama.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a Celtics fan, at what point do you get worried? If it gets to 6, or do you have to be Game 7 to get worried?
If it extends,
if it gets to 6, that means that they really got it going. Now you got to go into Dallas, get punched in the mouth again.
To be honest with you,
it might have to go 7 for me to be worried.
It's 2 type of Celtic fans feelings. You're worried the whole way through because you just want it to end.
Right.
Then there's the other half where like I personally would not get worried until we literally lost the finals. You talking about a team has to win 4 before you can win 1.
That's why I'm saying
I'm laying and making a pallet on that hill. If I'm a Celtic fan, which I'm not, obviously I'm a Knicks fan. But I'm laying on top of that. I'm not getting worried until we're literally in the 4th quarter of Game 7 at home, and they tasting the champagne. Like
it would be Game 7 for me, because again, like I was saying earlier, there's definitely that part where the Celtics. It's in the back of the head. It's like, man, it's hard as hell to beat a team 3 times. They was gonna get 1. We just got to wrap this up. Like I'm not worried about them extending this series. All we had to do was just play regular.
And the only team they was able to really sweep was the Pacers, right?
Mm-hmm.
With no Halliburton.
That was tough. I mean, it took a game winner or a shot to go into overtime, and then a 20-point comeback in the second half in Game 3. So
based off of what we've seen, this is a part of their history to not really.
Just in general, it's hard to do.
It is.
It really is.
If it does go 7,
especially in the
Celtics got
finals,
to be really worried. They got the better player in the series too. Oh man, that's tough.
Luka dominates Game 7s. The few that he's been in.
Ask the Suns what happened when they let that man get to Game 7.
Well,
they got to get there first.
The Suns wasn't up 3-0.
Yeah, I know, but still, they probably still.
Take the players and teams out of it. I'm going with the 3-0. That's just how I am. We talk about Luka. You can talk about the Celtics, Tatum. 3-0.
The numbers on your side of 100%.
3-0, I'm feeling good. Even if it had been done before, I'm still feeling, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling all right. I would always, whether I'm a coach, player, GM, owner, I want to be with the team that was up 3-0. Yeah. If there's anybody that could tell me why they would want to be on the team down 3-0, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Oh, okay.
So
I want to be with the team 3-0.
To do it on your home court anyway. The celebration's better.
That's always like the thing I feel like it's in the back of people's mind of like, let's win. But if we don't, we go home and win on our home floor.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, and that could be foolishness.
Yeah.
Because now if Dallas go out
I just
there and
remember
do it,
Aaron Gordon.
Now it's just a 3-1 series. It's no longer a 3-0 series.
it's always been. It's going to be. You can't rewrite the fact that it's
You have
3-0.
to mentally think of it like Dallas. Dallas has to look at this like, hey, 3-1's been done
Oh,
before.
if you mean Dallas perspective, that's why. But I kind of was telling you that earlier.
Yeah.
Take it one game at a time.
Because Kyrie can be like, hey, I've come back from 3-1 before. We could do this. Now you got a whole different
Now,
vibe in that
now I
locker room.
think you sliding into again. You're thinking about it so long term. If you take it as every game one
Yeah.
at a time, and if we lose, we go our ass home and we lost. Just play with that desperation. and I
Every
think
game
you'll
is game
get there.
7.
Every game.
Every game is game 7.
Every game.
Winning on your home court is cool. Aaron Gordon was like out in the middle of Denver in the streets
Yes.
celebrating with fans and stuff. I don't know if you could do that in Boston. Boston, is that a bigger city?
What?
Boston versus Denver?
I have no idea. I don't know the population. I couldn't tell. I know Boston is a big city though.
He's
gotta
a
be, right?
Geo guy.
Geo guy?
Denver also
Geo.
is a big city, so I don't know.
I guess it
I'm gonna go
is.
Boston.
Boston's
I
at
guess
Boston.
650,000.
Boston's probably gonna be a bigger city. I feel like the streets are definitely gonna be busting a little bit more.
Denver's a bigger city than Boston in population
Okay.
alone.
Okay.
By 100,000.
100,000?
100,000.
That's not a lot. Though,
We
when you
never
talk
been to
about-
Boston.
I've never been to Boston.
100,000 isn't a lot.
Do we
when
want?
you talk about
Don't know if
the
we want to go to
population.
Boston.
Hey, I mean, I guess things are different now. I was going to say we do the
little opening
show,
Yeah.
but I mean, things are different now. We're a different company. Either way, when we come back from this break, we're going to be drafting teams only based on players that were in the playoffs.
But if we did go to Boston, I'm not sitting on top of that green monster.
I would.
I'm sitting in right field so I could catch a home run easily.
We'll be back.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
Welcome back in. This was Mike's suggestion. So, Mike, go ahead and give us the rundown of what we're doing today.
So we're gonna be doing
Always trying to draft knowing he can't.
we're gonna be doing a draft just based on this postseason only. So nothing before that, no MVPs back in 2016 or anything like that is for the matter. Only based on this postseason. I wanted to ask y'all want to do the simple 5-man or y'all want to go 12 deep? I know it's a big gap, but how y'all
Let's
feeling?
do like a 7 or 8 because that's what playoff rotations are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who got first pick? Me.
I'm gonna go D Mills because I like the salmon outfit he got on.
Okay,
We can go just down the line,
Okay.
honestly.
that's fine.
My first overall pick will be Luka Doncic.
Okay, it looked like you were about to overthink
Write
that
down
one.
write down my name.
I was waiting for it. I'm
Oh yeah, let me write it
Because you
down.
know D Mills be selling.
My first overall pick will be.
Don't let him fall to me.
This is tough. So my mindset is going to. I like guards, obviously. I got Jalen Brunson, and I also have Anthony Edwards. I am going to take.
Go ahead and be a little biased. Take him. Just take him.
Hey, I'll let you make your pick.
But I'm
rushing
giving
you.
you permission that it's okay to be
I
a
don't
little
need
biased.
permission.
I'm giving you permission still.
I don't need permission
I'm
for
still
somebody
giving
in,
it to
in
you.
a salmon suit.
He laughing a little bit too hard, ain't he?
Right, get on him.
I'm good. He fly today.
Big in the air.
Here's a little. I do got a little big knee.
Is that back-to-back episodes with a LeBron James graphic tee?
No, the last one was Michael Jordan, right?
Oh, was it Mike?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mike.
Oh yeah, what?
Same shirt, different guys. Though,
Okay,
same shirt.
right.
I'm trying to give me Anthony Edwards.
Okay. Then I would take Jalen Brunson.
I wanted Jalen Brunson.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could trade for him.
If I,
Trade me these 2 picks right now. Your back-to-back picks for Jalen
I'm
Brunson.
good. I'm good.
Okay.
First
Damn.
pick.
He didn't want
You
him.
ain't want him that bad
Yeah.
then.
First pick. I'm gonna take Jokic.
Okay.
The next pick.
I'm thinking.
Oh, my fault.
I'm thinking. Let me also get Jaylen Brown.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay. Back on me, yeah?
It is.
Back on you, baby.
Who did I have? I have Jalen Brunson, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He got the short king.
I guess because I don't feel like there's a ton of centers that are available, even though he lost in 6 games. I'll take Joel Embiid.
I was gonna ask, do I get him on the one leg? Well, I guess it is because it's his postseason.
It's his
So you
postseason.
get postseason
Hey.
one leg Joe Will. So you
He
probably
did-
get him about
he
like
did dominate.
He
he
did give
only
him 50.
playing. He only playing 3/4. So just
But
remember
look, I got Jalen Brunson, who's the king of the fourth quarter. So we chilling.
that. True.
You can give me 50 on the bad leg. I'm taking that still. Yeah. Okay.
So it's on me.
Who's gonna be joining Anthony Edwards and company?
This is where I am going to take Anthony Davis. The Anthonys.
Okay.
Anthony's. The Anthony.
Meet the Anthonys.
Anthony's.
I thought he was falling. Thought he was gonna fall a little bit. So I got Luka. I'll pair him with Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay. He would have been there
Cat.
round 6.
And then
He got
Also-
Luka and Cat.
yeah, what's wrong with that?
What's that on free cheese over there? Free cheese.
I also take Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Okay, he won a little
Okay.
bit of defense.
Okay. I'm actually mad at you, but I explain why when it's my pick.
I'll take Shea
How do
Gilgeous-Alexander
you
right
not
here.
pick Shea?
I didn't want Shea and Luka together. That shit just sound nasty.
No, you forgot. Just say you
No.
forgot.
He said just say
Why
you
does
forgot.
that sound nasty?
That's two dudes who want to ISO heavy.
Do you Luka
Tatum-
Doncic is playing with Kyrie Irving actively. They're in the finals.
They are, but
What Tatum finna do?
he'll be all right. He'll find a way to make it
He
work.
0 of 11 on step back threes. And
Now he don't
that's
have to
it.
step back. Now they catch and shoot.
Oh, okay. He's showing us he want to step back. He gonna catch that open shot and dribble into traffic to step back.
This is what things get tough. I got Jalen Brunson, who's a small guard. I got to take Donovan Mitchell, who's a small guard, but he's too good to pass up on at this level. We'll figure the rest out as we get there.
Yeah, I need some wings too. No, I got Jokic and Brown, so I could go for a guard, but I think I'm gonna take.
You sound like a
I
Minecraft
do
villager.
him, cause now I don't know. It's either guard or wing.
You got to make a decision eventually, huh?
I am.
You on your Kyron right now.
Right. Letting the whole clock go down. The worst GM of all time. What happens in the NBA if you don't make your pick in the 5 minutes?
That auto draft.
Oh, I was about to say for real.
I'm just joking.
Well, actually, I got 2 picks, so I'm gonna take Pollard with 1.
Okay.
I'm also gonna take. Give me Tyrese Halliburton too.
Okay. I'll get Pascal Siakam. Needed a wing. Needed a big wing that can play some 4 for me. I got the Cameroonian brothers and Pascal and Joel Embiid. Come on, man. Stop playing. That's basically a national team.
Okay. Pascal gonna have to space it out a little bit.
We have Joel Embiid, brother.
Yeah.
He's a 3-level. He's a 3-level scorer. The game he dropped 50, he has 6 threes now.
Yeah, I guess. I just want.
What you guessing
I
about?
want Pascal to have his room for his mid-range work.
He still does.
But then if Joel on the floor, you want Joel to head the ball.
Why are you dissecting? Every one of these players are all stars. that they need the ball to cook, okay?
It's on UP.
I'm taking a dude who was
Oh my God.
virtually unstoppable, but lost Kevin Durant.
Okay. Yeah, he was very good in those 4 games. You know?
That Paulo Banchero was good. I had my eye on him, boy. I just knew he was gonna still be there. I thought you was gonna slip up.
All right, for me,
Back to back D Philly.
I'm a.
So
did y'all-
Pratt?
I was listening, but I wasn't listening. Did y'all take Maxey?
No.
Bet.
He's still up there.
I'm taking Tyrese Maxey.
That's such a good pick this late in the draft.
It is.
I almost selected him to be my 6th man in round 4, but I was like, I don't know if Pascal would live to see the next round.
Yeah, I mean, Maxey was so damn good in his first round series that
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to not take him. And then I need like a defensive guy.
What's your lineup looking so far?
I got Luka at the 1, Maxey at the 2, Cat and Tatum. Did anybody take Aaron Gordon?
No, still on the
No.
board.
Is there a better defensive guy here? That
I love me some
You know
D
what?
Mills, bro.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take Bam Adebayo.
That's not where I thought he was going.
That surprised me
I
too.
immediately thought like, okay, this dude's a better defender.
I'm just building a good team. I got Cat, and now I'm putting Cat back at the 4, Tatum at the 3, Maxey at the 2, Luke at the 1. Then I got Bam at the 5. We good. We
That's a
decent.
good team.
This is strict. This is based off
This
playoffs.
is playoffs.
This is playoffs, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yeah, I thought he had his
We
answer.
podcast.
I thought he had his answer.
I was
No, I wanted to make sure I got some options up here. So I took Kevin Durant.
What are you looking for?
Don't worry about it. I got what I'm doing over here, man.
He finna make the wrong pick.
he is. He gonna choke.
I never make the wrong pick. You left Shea Gilgeous-Alexander on the board.
That was for a reason.
That's
No,
like
for-
Mark Jackson when he said he forgot Jokic on his All NBA team. He just forgot him.
I'm gonna take Josh Hart.
And that's not a bad. I don't
It
know
is
why
just the
he
playoffs,
laughed.
so
You
it
said
makes
just the
sense.
playoffs.
but-
Boy was
Josh Hart.
averaging a double, knocking it down.
Give me Josh Hart.
That is not a bad pick.
Just the playoffs. Just the playoffs. Just
You
the
got to
playoffs.
remind yourself that because a lot of guys gonna fall to the wayside if you ain't thinking just the playoffs.
Just the playoffs. I'm still taking LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
still
I
on
don't
the
know why
board,
he was going that
Okay,
far.
because he did average 28, 9 and 7.
Take him.
I'll take Bron.
Sound you convincing yourself.
It was between him and a role player.
Oh, I need some shooting in my starting lineup. We got Halliburton, Brown, Paolo, and Jokic.
Ew.
He's saying ew.
Wait, say the team? Halliburton,
Brown, Paolo, and Jokic.
That's L?
Spacing's a little iffy.
Where?
He's somebody that he be
cool.
judging teams. and his team
Where?
ain't on nothing.
Where is the space in?
I mean, it's okay. It's not great.
Where? I'm
Tyrese-
asking where.
Everywhere.
Tyrese can't shoot.
I mean, he can, but
Jaylen Brown can't shoot.
he can, but it ain't
Paolo's
nothing.
the only person.
He,
That,
Jaylen
Paolo
Brown in
and
this playoffs is
Jokic.
shooting 30% from three.
34%.
No, it went to 30.
We
I'm
also
looking
know
at
that's
the
not his.
stats right
That's
now.
not
I'm
his
looking
strong.
On the
suit.
broadcast,
He does that a lot.
on the broadcast last night, they was like, he's
I'm
shooting
looking.
30.
I am looking at his statistics as we
You may have
speak.
took the 30%.
It is 33.7, so we round up to 34.
Okay. I'll give him a 34.
You're not giving him 34. It's right there.
Yeah, I'm just where because remember this is the playoffs now.
Yeah, Paolo did shoot the thing.
Paolo
but yeah,
shot 40% from 3 in the
you're
playoffs.
right. I'll give you your spacing decent, Mike.
I mean, we only doing playoffs now.
Yeah, yeah.
If there's regular season when he go off for a month, that was his rookie season.
What is your team over there?
Spacing looking to Maxey.
What is your team, though? I don't care about no damn
Maxey,
spacing.
Tatum, Cat, and Bam.
You talking about space and Tatum in the playoffs are shooting what from 3?
But he got Luka, Maxey.
What is he shooting
What is
from
he
three?
shooting from 3?
Like, I don't remember.
Guess.
It's pretty, like 20%.
29%. Yes. What is
Ju-
Luka? What is
judging
Luka?
everybody
What is
team.
Luka shooting from 3 in the playoffs right now?
33.
33. Percentage wise, that don't sound like great spacing, my brother.
Anyways, when my pick, I definitely did want to get some spacing too. I'm gonna get somebody who's gonna let that thing fly. Give me Dante DiVincenzo.
That's a good pick for
Okay.
just
That's a
the
good-
playoffs. Wait, you got
I got
another pick?
back-to-back picks.
Oh yeah, true. Damn.
Hurry up.
Right.
It's players I want to take.
Well, now I'm finna take longer just because.
The just the playoffs thing just changes the dynamic of a team.
I want to get this dude too because at least first round he really didn't miss. I'm gonna take MPJ too.
First round
He lit
MPJ.
y'all up.
That's
for sure.
that second round was a bit.
Yeah, that second round was
You
scary.
just gotta hope you get first round version.
First round, we just gotta play. Well, I mean,
The
who got
stats average it out.
LeBron?
I
We
have
want to
Bron.
play LeBron because
All right.
that's when he's gonna take off.
I'm picking between two dudes. I'm gonna take Cash Money Chris because
Okay.
it is just the playoffs. And in those 6 games, he had a game winner. He had a 40-point game.
Perfect.
Take Cash Money Chris.
I'll take Damian Lillard.
I was wondering where he's
Damn.
coming off the board.
Damian Lillard. Need some bench shooting. 50-40. 31 points per game off the bench. We'll take that.
Did anyone draft Kyrie?
No,
No.
go ahead.
That Kyrie will be my 6th man. Let's get
That's
it.
a hell of a 6-man right there.
It is.
You got back to back though.
Oh, yeah, I do. And then I'll take Darrick Lively.
That's a good pick.
Is it?
I think so.
Who would you have taken?
I'm gonna tell you who I would have taken once I get there. If he's still on the board, I still got one pick in between.
So I need some more size. I'm going to take Chet Holmgren.
Okay, Miles Turner had such a crazy stretch in the playoffs where he averaged 17 points per game, 52% from the field, 45% from 3, and 2 blocks. So I'm gonna take Miles Turner.
That was beautiful, KB.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, Lively's been great in the playoffs. They just
Yeah.
have different players. They do different things. And you got Luka, right?
I do.
So you probably good with that pick steal because Luka's going to create the shots for him.
And Bam.
And yeah.
Imagine Luka with Bam.
Ooh. I don't. Bam
What am I
really had
imagining?
a guy.
Is he a lob threat like that?
We don't even really know. He's obviously super athletic, but he's ever had a point guard that's going to throw him a bunch of lobs.
I know.
We'll see.
Let's see him with one.
he is 6'8" and 3/4 inches though. It ain't like he a true 7
You
footer.
know his
like
exact
some of them.
height?
No. I think he's listed 6'9" though.
Who's it on?
You.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
He
You got back to back. It needs to be your last picks.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had a
Don't-
player I
don't
wanted in
tweak,
my
though.
mind, too.
These be the most important picks.
Yep. Tell him.
I want to get. I'm gonna take for my 6 man. I'm gonna take D Book for that one game he had 48 because I feel like he's just a spark off the bench.
It's a good pick for a second to last pick.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I'm gonna take Drew Holiday because he's just a winner.
Great pick, man.
Mm-hmm.
50, 40,
Just a
90 in the
winner.
playoffs.
Yeah, I might. Let me see what I'm thinking. I'm gonna take his teammate and Darrick White as my last pick. So that has me Darrick White, Chris Middleton, Evan Turner. No, Miles Turner.
Oh,
off my
now you
bench.
got Evan Turner.
Shout out to the podcast of Evan Turner, man. Sometimes I look at their TikTok clips and it scare me because the way Iggy is framed, it's like from his chest up, and then it'll snap to Evan Turner and it's just his head. The whole frame is Evan Turner's face. It's like, damn, get back, boy. Shout out to ET.
I'm going to take OG Anunoby.
That's a good pick.
And is Evan Mobley still on the board?
He is. That would be
Evan Mobley,
That's a
let's get
beautiful
it.
pick at the end because I was thinking about it before Miles Turner. But that's a huge pick. All right, read your team, Mike, and let the people at home comment down below what team is best in order 1 through 4.
Oh, bro, I just hit the microphone button on my phone. It started typing out everything you were just saying on my list. Starting lineup, we got Tyrese Halliburton, Dante DiVincenzo, Jaylen Brown, Paolo, then Jokic. Off the bench, we got MPJ, Devin Booker, and Drew Holiday.
The MPJ pick feels weird.
I mean, he just there. See, if he not hitting his shot, come sit next to me.
Okay. My team is Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Bron, Pascal, Embiid. Off the bench, Darrick White, Chris Middleton, Turner. And my coach is the legendary Kenny Beecham.
Oh.
We got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, OG Anunoby, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis. Off the bench, we're going Dame Lillard, Josh Hart, and Chet Holmgren for 2.5 blocks.
It's a lot of first-round exits on that team.
Hey, over here we got Luka Doncic at the 1, Tyrese Maxey at the 2, Tatum at the 3. We got Cat at the 4, Bam at the 5. We got a nice long front court right there. Then we got Bam. No, we got Kyrie coming off the bench with Derek Lively and Evan Mobley.
Yeah, it's a lot of size.
Where your wings at?
For real. In his stomach.
Jason Tatum.
He got to guard
40,
them all.
40 minutes.
He's got to guard every wing.
He said, "Forget you don't got to shoot no more."
Hey, read your
JT.
lineup again.
Me?
Yeah.
Brunson, Mitchell, Braun, Siakam, Embiid, White, Middleton, Turner. And then
Read yours again.
legendary Kenny Beecham as a coach.
Halliburton, DiVincenzo, Jaylen Brown, Paolo, and Jokic,
Dante
MPJ.
even
Devin
he
go
Booker.
major
started?
starting lineup?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I think
He
I
did
I-
turn into Steph Curry in the final
I think
playoffs.
but he was having 30 to almost 40 point
Yeah, I
games in the
can't- I can't-
playoffs.
No, he was.
I'm thinking optically the name Dante DiVincenzo.
He
not
don't.
The playoffs.
This is only playoffs.
It's only playoffs.
I'm hearing this and feeling like I won.
Dante DiVincenzo averaged 18 points per game on 43% shooting from 3 on 8 attempts. So it's
Shea
not.
and OG,
And good defense.
KD,
Good
and
defense, too.
Davis. Oh man, this is cooked.
You talking about that Twitch streamer Anthony Davis?
Well, I remember when Anthony Davis they say Anthony Davis, do not be Anthony Davis when he go against some European centers. So we got Jokic. We're going to be all right.
Yeah,
Him and Sabonis
he's not
just
gonna
got
touch the floor
Shit,
him and Sabonis
He
got
was
him
doing his
locked
thing
up.
in that series.
into the fourth quarter.
Hey, that's what we got Shea and Info.
True.
They not going to guard
And
Jokic.
KD.
Yeah.
What?
Y'all listen on the comment section of teams that's better.
What?
I can't.
I
Oh, he
think
got
Shea
Cat on
not-
his team.
Who?
How fast is Cat foul out guarding guarding our
he
team?
got a lot
I
of
got
shit to
Bam
say.
over here. What you talking about? Bam is guarding Jokic.
Bro, Cat has Rudy Gobert and still fouls out regularly.
That's fine. Everybody fouls out on him. But now he got to go
picking your
through.
team
Everybody
apart.
He got to
fouls
go
out.
Bam. He got to go Evan Mobley.
The dude that weighs 140.
He got Cat
And
show,
Darrick Lively.
Cat literally gave that boy problems in the
your
playoffs.
bench is Evan Mobley and Darrick Lively. Boy, when them two dudes play together, we are A-OK.
They won't ever play together.
We gonna hug that up. So who they playing with? All of them bigs gonna have to play at some
They
point.
just sharing the minutes, 10 minutes apiece.
No way, even that.
Tatum gonna play.
He's got to play every minute of the game.
And he already shooting 20 what percent? 29?
29.
Only gonna go down when he tired.
We'll take it.
We'll get him in shape.
He just not in shape no more.
Now with all the wings you eat.
In the finals versus Bam. Jokic averaged 30 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 50% from the field, 42% from three.
Who is your starting point guard?
Tyrese.
Oh yeah. Shay. 1 full flat. Switch. Ant-Man, your turn. 1 full flat.
We all right. We gonna be on just
And
know
who's your three?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Jaylen Brown.
whoever he's guarding, stand in the corner. And 1 full flat, the opposite. Dante, you my boy. You got the guard today.
He ain't got no problem. You know, them Villanova boys don't got no problem with
Well,
that.
he don't
He
got
ain't got
that,
no
that
Villanova
boost.
boy.
Yeah, he don't
Yeah.
got that boost of having
You
the
don't
other
got
Josh
guys.
Hart
Villanova
don't.
boost?
Josh Hart don't either. Though.
Josh Hart, they need it.
I think all of them, yeah, they take a little hit.
They
Jalen
take a
Brunson take a
little
little hit.
Because the team chemistry goes down.
Yeah.
But the team chemistry goes up here because Anthony Davis is a Laker and Josh Hart used to be a Laker.
Oh.
I was just making shit up. He said,
They got traded for each other. They
And
ain't
then
even
also we got KD and AD. That's
yeah.
and Anthony Edwards
You got two ants.
is an ant, and his favorite player of all time is KD. So team chemistry, we get plus 17.
I get plus for the Cameroonian connection.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not surprised Kevin Durant joined up with Anthony Edwards
get
after
a plus,
this season.
He get a plus. You crazy? You get a +3 because you got them
Evan
big ass
Mobley.
bigs.
No, I got the Dallas connection. I got Luka, Kyrie, and Lively.
Yes, you do.
He's just a gobbler. He's just a gobbler.
I'm gobbling now.
Yeah.
That's fine. If it get me winning, I'm good.
The only connection I got is MPJ and Jokic.
That's a hell of a connection.
They really is.
He works hard for the money, so.
What's the Bron connection? Like, I don't have a Bron
You
connection.
don't have a Bron.
He's the
You know
greatest
what?
to ever play.
But I don't have. He don't have no connection.
All those-
Oh,
Every-
Miles Turner was almost traded to be his teammate.
No, all those dudes looked up to him. So he got that big bro effect on everybody.
I see that. I can see that.
None of those dudes got to the finals. So they can bond over there.
Okay. I ain't mad at some of this stuff. Another bit of news when it comes to off the
we
court
got
stuff.
rumor mills.
We do.
Oh, I didn't know we had rumor mills. Okay, go. Because maybe my news is in the rumor mills.
The number one thing that I have is that Charles Barkley has announced that he will be retiring from TV after 2024-2025 season.
That's what I was about to talk about. So it's great.
It's sad. to
Legendary
see.
run, man.
Yeah.
Legendary.
I guess
run.
this is like the way of them saying that it's probably nothing's gonna really happen to where they're gonna get the NBA rights. He probably already know the inside that hasn't been made public, so he's just saying he's gonna retire and not do anything else. Just because he probably loves going inside the NBA so much. that,
Yeah.
like, why would I do anything else?
Yeah. I thought that there would be a world where he just hires everybody for his production company and he sells the show to Amazon or whoever it may be. And it might not be called Inside the NBA, but he
Yeah.
keeps the same production team and everything. And then they built the same show. But they've been doing it for 20 years now.
Yeah.
That's a very, very long time. So yeah, we
is
lose,
this a
we losing a
domino
legend.
effect? Is it now like Shaq and them going?
I don't know if Shaq will
I think
retire.
Shaq said he wanted to keep doing it, right?
Yeah, because Shaq is still young in the industry. He hasn't been
Yeah.
around for as long as Charles Barkley has. And he also does shows outside of Inside.
Yeah. He has his own. Doesn't he have his own podcast?
He does the
Yeah.
big pod, I think,
Yeah.
with Lefko. But he also does the Thursday night shows with Candace Lefko
Yes,
and
he do.
and sometimes Jamal Crawford and stuff. So that show's probably going away too because they
Yes.
won't have the rights. But it just shows that Shaq does do other things outside of
A lot.
Inside. One of the hardest working men in the industry, honestly.
I know Ernie has
Charles
said
is
that
too.
he wouldn't do anything
No,
else.
yeah.
He's gonna-
Ernie's been there for 40 years, man.
Yeah.
His father was a part of the company too before that. So it makes sense that he's I'm here or nothing. And they still have baseball rights, and that's where he started his career. So he'll probably do some stuff there. I don't know what happens with Kenny the Jet Smith at this point.
Yeah.
He was trying to get into coaching. I remember he
really?
threw his hat in the Knicks job search
Okay. So
at
maybe
one
that's the
point.
next
So
Maybe he on a coaching staff somewhere. I wouldn't be mad at it.
just feel like every week we got something funny from Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
So to not have
Him
that.
and
You might
Shaq's
not always-
chemistry with the humor was just phenomenal.
You wouldn't always agree with what he says, but knowing, like, we actually got a chance to kind of interact with him and be around him before. Like, he's a super genuine dude, but like he always kept it real. You might not agree with it, but he was gonna keep it real with you.
That man looked at Adam Sandler and said, "Hey, I know they want to go to commercial, but what we gonna do about these men putting their hands on women?" And that was just like, damn.
When was that? I know that clip, but I don't even remember when that was.
I think this was the night we were in Denver.
Yes, it was. Adam Silver.
What did I say?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam
He
Silver.
definitely threw me off.
Threw me a curve.
But yeah, this is the
said
open
Adam
night. It's
Silver.
open night, and they were not upset about it, but he went off script. That was
Yes.
not in the run of the show. But there are certain issues that he's very genuine and very concerning about, and that's one of them.
What was that referring to? Miles? Or
Miles
maybe-
Bridges.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not gonna be the last we'll see of him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hell no.
He'll
He just
definitely
won't
make
be working.
appearances. He
Yeah.
just won't be on TV
Yeah.
constantly.
No facts. Y'all know he golfs 5 times a week.
I mean, I feel
I know,
like a
he
lot of
looks
rich
like-
people do.
He seems like the type of dude to go.
So that's
Yeah.
just some more time to hit them hit the greens,
I see
man.
Young Jeezy golfing regularly.
Who?
So, Young Jeezy.
Oh yeah, remember that little
Yeah.
that form?
Him
he
and
had?
DJ Khaled be golfing together.
Let's go golfing. Let's go golfing.
Um,
That clip is always gonna be great.
I don't know. It's tough. I wish those dudes could stay around forever too, especially on what they do. I don't really like basketball talk.
Yeah.
I don't like what we get, so I would much rather get it from them and have us do our show or whatever, and some other people that I enjoy seeing here and there. But collectively, basketball talk is stale. It's Twitter is supposed to be its own thing, but so many people who are trying to do this are they're taking Twitter and bringing it to their show, which I don't feel like is supposed to happen. I think Twitter's just supposed to be its own world where maybe some discussion things could come up and blend. But when you taking the tactics that people use on Twitter and you doing all of that in the real media space, it just becomes super blended. And it's just, I don't know. I don't really enjoy it as much as I used to. And I think that's why you don't really see players really want to talk to media like that either.
They'd rather build their own media things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Steph Curry just started his own podcast.
with his dad, yeah. And then that's like when we have players and we do things with different people, they always tell us how refreshing it was. And I used to be like, oh, they just saying something nice, but then I look around and yeah, it's because everybody else is on some silly, goofy Twitter stuff, talking about shit that don't even matter. We can barely enjoy the NBA Finals. There's the coverage on the NBA Finals has just been, I don't even know.
Mediocre.
It's
That's
like
nice.
the goalpost is just changed so much.
One night they was discussing the Lakers coaching job, and I'm just like, the finals on.
Yeah, that was right
The
before
NBA
game
Finals.
one. Yeah.
Then they win, they go 3-0, or even when they win, it's like, is a Tatum team or Brown team? Is Tatum mad that Brown won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP? They win that game last night. Oh, man, even when they went up 3-0. But Tatum still ain't better than Luka. It's like, what y'all be talking about, man? What y'all be talking about? Y'all gonna have me retire from doing anything but numbers on the board. I don't even want to talk to nobody. just straight garbage. But shout out to the guys, Chuck, Ernie, Shaq, Kenny the Jet Smith. One of the best things we ever did was be able to sit up at that round table. Never when we sat up there did we think they would be.
A year later or 2 years
Yeah.
later, will be leaving.
Yeah.
But that TV rights change a lot of things, man. Changes a lot of things, and I don't think many people forecasted that Turner would lose it completely.
Yeah.
But some people did know that those other powerhouses, Amazon and these people thought Netflix was gonna get involved. Apple was gonna get involved because Apple got some stuff with the soccer league, MLS. But they knew those rights was up, and
It's crazy how the streaming services are like coming in and taking these things because like Netflix just bought Monday Night Raw, and now they'll be hosting Monday Night Raw.
I was
And it's been
actually-
on USA for so long.
really
So
pissed.
long. Since all of our life has been on USA.
And yeah, now it's gonna be on Netflix.
I'm watching the U.S. Open on NBC, and it says, if you want to continue to watch, you got to head over to Peacock.
Oh.
Peacock? Y'all got
Yeah.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I
so.
think
But
it's-
still, like I don't want to have to switch
I got
platforms.
so many services, and I be feeling like I don't like Peacock. I really only use that to watch The Office when I'm in a movie. Literally.
don't they have
only.
like a free version though?
What?
Because I think I
I
had
think you
Peacock.
have to have Xfinity.
Which?
I feel like I had Peacock, but I never like actually got it.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of shows where it was like, I was one show that was on Peacock, and I was like, I gotta get it for that one.
The Office, like their
wasn't The
main
Office.
exclusive on Peacock.
It might have been that show. I was what's the show with Tracy Morgan?
The Last OG.
Was it on there?
I thought it was on Netflix. That's when I watched it from. And it was on TBS.
I swear it was on there, but it was just one of them shows
might
like
have
that.
been.
That was like, it's only on Peacock. I've done that for stuff before. I remember it was one thing I wanted to watch, and they said it was only on Shudder. So I got Shudder,
Listen,
and then I just have it for no
Shutter's.
reason.
My dad has Shutter.
I'm from
like, what is
Chicago.
going
I'm a
on?
hustler.
Yeah.
So when I want something, I hustle and bustle it. I tell people all the time, Mind of Reese, he had something I needed. I had something he wanted. Hey man, you got that Stars? I got that HBO. I throw it out there. You feel me? We've had fans that have given me their MLB pass. Shout out to Azana K. Threw me that MLB pass. Never mind.
Netflix been cracking down on it though even more. I know it was like a month or two ago. They had basically kicked my mom because they have my account. We be sharing a bunch of like accounts or whatever, just because we be back and forth. And they had texted me like something's wrong with the Netflix or whatever, and it was like
Too many users.
Yeah, you can no longer be
YouTube
like a
TV.
separate address or some shit.
YouTube TV
Yeah,
told me that like you only got a certain amount.
Yeah, I can no longer use my Hulu account nowhere else because it says I've used it in different locations too many times. And I'm just like, damn.
Well, they
Is that
want.
just, I mean, I don't know the financial situations of these companies, but is it just greed?
It is greedy. It literally doesn't make sense. Why do you care that I'm sharing my stuff with somebody?
Because that's gonna stop the other. What they say it's like $9.99 for a subscription. Like that's gonna
And 5
hold
of us is
another
using
$20.
it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that could have been $20-$30 they could have made times
My
100 or
only,
whatever.
my
Not
only
missing
gripe
that.
with that is though,
Mhm.
to his point, is the location thing. We do a lot of traveling. I
Yes.
got my stuff on laptop, phone, iPad, TVs in the house,
Yes.
PC. So it's like it could just be me using it on 7 different devices. That's my
Yes.
business. Don't tell me I'm using it too much in different locations. No. Yeah, I use it in Miami. I use it in Houston.
Yes.
I'm back in the Spizai. So don't tell me I'm using it too much before I tell you to be quiet talking to me. Before I come
YouTube
up
TV,
there.
when you're in a new place, it'll say, we see you're in a new location. Are you here permanently or are you just visiting?
I've
And
seen
you
that
have to
all the
say,
time.
like, just visiting. And then it won't mess you up.
Yeah. Hulu doesn't even give you that option.
Yeah. Oh, let's do this announcement. We're an hour plus into the show.
Yep.
As y'all know, every single year we go to Summer League because that's where things is going. We always recommend it to people. If you're able to get to Summer League, that is the way to go. If you're into trying to build a brand, that's where networking, that's where diehard NBA fans all go to Summer League. This year, we have a live show, ladies and gentlemen. We have
No
a live
surprise.
show.
Worst kept
man.
secret.
NOTBlive.com is where you can get your tickets. The live show is Saturday, July 13th. The doors will open at 6 o'clock. The show will start at 7. We'll be having some special guests on it, some cool things for everything. You're going to have free food. That's drinks. No, not drinks, but like soda, pop, water, stuff like that. You can't get drinks.
Some
Could be
beverages.
Heralds, depending on how it travels.
Who knows? So there are 2 different type of tickets you could buy. You could buy just a general admission ticket, which just gets you in the door, still gets you the free food and stuff like that. And then there's a VIP one, which has a meet and greet at the end of the show with us 4 guys. The VIP tickets are available and will include 2 free drinks, special guests, meet and greet, yada, yada, yada. Right now, the first 50 people that buy a ticket get a buy one, get one free.
Hey, if you're watching this Mind of Reese, don't you do? I put you on my plus list. Just putting that out there so you don't get nobody's ticket that they could get.
And the last thing is that it is 18 plus to get into the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
18 plus to get into the door, which is just something that we had to deal with this year. It won't be that way for the future of our shows, but Vegas is a little bit different.
We fought for y'all.
Yeah.
That's basically.
It's just a little bit different than most places. So apologies to people that are 18 and under. But we will be having future shows in different spaces. Like, we went on tour last year, something very similar where it's general admission for everybody. But yeah, NOTBlive.com. And it's obviously a certain amount of people that can get in. I don't remember what the exact number was. So if you're interested, go get some tickets before they sell out, because once they are gone, they are gone.
And that's everything. That's everything you need to
tickets.
know. Because I don't want this to turn into a DM fest or a question fest. That KB laid out everything.
Yeah.
It's
I know
just that
about 5
simple.
people already that's gonna be in my DM.
For real. We said that the age restriction, it's in Vegas, the date.
Did you say the
And all the
location?
other details are on the website, NOTB Live. It'll tell
Just
you
go to that
location and all
website.
that stuff. NOTBlive.com.
If there's any other thing outside of that, we probably don't have the answer.
But it will be on the site. I mean, all the major things you will know. It's not like we're not throwing you no curveballs, you know. Just come out, have a good night with us as we talk some hoops with some special guests and have some cool stuff planned. It's cool to be back on the road doing live
It
shows.
is.
That was one of my favorite
It
things
is.
about 2023. So the fact that we're doing it again in 2024 is really solid. Shout out to our team at Omaha for taking care of that business. And it should be fun. Should be fun.
Very fun.
It's going to be real fun. Vegas is about to be a blast. That first night is going to be epic to just touch back down. I don't think we traveled since Indiana,
Yep.
which we drove.
We drove.
We drove.
I drove.
Haven't been. Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
you did drive. You going to drive again when we go next year.
Why would we be in
Well, I
Indiana
was
next
about to say,
year?
what's Indiana?
Because we just want to chill there.
Oh,
KB and Mike said they wanted to go back to that hotel.
We going to that Waffle House.
Yeah, and we're going to treat that girl again.
Was that one of y'all that said that? I just want some Waffle House. Was that you?
He said, I want to build one.
I said that I want the
franchise
franchise
it.
one.
Right, that was what you said.
And I said, he going to lose 70% of the profit eating every day.
what makes you want that one instead of like some other place?
I feel like Waffle House is such a staple in like the U.S. that like everybody wants to try it. And like the fact that there's none really here in the Midwest, putting one somewhere here in Chicago would be.
Not in the
Ooh,
Midwest because
I
we were
can't-
just in Indiana. And they
We
got
were
one.
in Indiana,
but Chicago specifically.
Yeah.
Bro, a Waffle House at 2 a.m. in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm not going to no
Yeah.
Waffle House in the
It's gonna
city.
be wild.
Yeah, nah, I'm cool.
I probably wouldn't put it exactly in Chicago. I would put it somewhere where it's blended very well.
I don't think that's the right idea.
Why?
A place
think-
like Waffle House needs to be in the city. I think.
Yeah, it does.
You think so?
I think
It
so.
does.
Having a Waffle House in what would you consider blender? What's an area?
Like Hillside, Bolingbrook.
Hillside is blended?
Yeah, I feel like there's a good Justice, like those type of areas where it's close to the city, but it's like you're getting other demographics that's also very close to it as well.
I'm not mad at that.
Somewhere just like close to the city where people from the city can also come, but also you're getting the people from the burbs that
But this is my argument to
Hillside is probably the better Westchester type area.
that.
or Maywood.
Maywood.
In
That's-
order to
is that
really
blended?
get-
I
no.
just feel
No,
like
no,
that's,
Maywood
that's a
is
black
definitely
community.
a black community.
But the thing about a Waffle House is what he just alluded to. It's supposed to have that thrill of 2 a.m., 3 a.m., leaving somewhere. If I am out and about, somewhere that's going to have me up to 2 o'clock in the morning, it's probably nowhere near Hillside. What am I doing?
That's
If
why
at
the
2
city
a
was
good
probably
point.
the better location
Yeah.
just for like the service. Like it's rare, especially after like everything that kind of happened with COVID, where it was like things are shutting down super early. If you could go out on a weekend and it's like 1, 2 a.m., it's like Waffle House open, that's gonna be busting for your
and
business,
nobody's
bro.
going to drive to Hillside. You're not saying, oh, we in Wicker Park.
Yeah, it's
or
got to
we
be
at-
like,
Yeah.
and in a lot of those places, a lot of people like they be drunk or whatever. And it's like they will stumble in or whatever. You want people to be in that walking distance right there.
So I had to put it up north.
I think you got to put in the city.
Or
yeah, it
it-
wouldn't be bad up
If you
north.
want
honestly.
walkability up north,
It don't have to be.
It wouldn't be bad
It
at
don't have to
all.
be a
Nightlife.
direct, but it has to be somewhere with some traffic. Hillside, well, ain't no traffic there. Where you?
Only thing there is
Only people that's there, the
bowling
people that
alley?
live there. Oh, yeah, that bowling alley.
Stop at like 5.
That
The
bowling
north
alley.
side
is
probably
decent.
would be
And that
more
bowling alley
ideal.
be popping.
It
They
do.
get it busted in there
Yeah.
on that type of time. So you definitely ain't going to that Waffle House because it's finna spill over in there.
Did I sell my car? I think I sold a car over there.
At the CarMax? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My first car sold to them.
Which one?
Mitsubishi.
You know,
Lancer.
Mitsubishi?
Hey, on some real shit,
What?
you know where Oak Park wouldn't be a bad.
Oh, Oak Park, yeah.
Because-
It's close out west. Yeah.
It's coast out west. It's not that far from the city. And
Yeah.
most people, when you come back from the city, it ain't nothing but a
It's 290 right there.
boom.
What's the responsibilities of a franchisee? I would assume it's super labor inducive.
Probably at the beginning, yeah.
Because I feel like restaurants, if you're an owner of that, it's not one of them things where you just let it sit.
No,
No,
gotta
you have
be
to. You have it for
hands-on in a
years.
way.
I
I guess it
remember.
depends on what kind of owner you want to be.
I was
Do you
reading
wanna be
about like
hands-on owner?
you know how there's a lot of people that franchise like Subways and stuff like that. That like the return isn't really good on it at all, but it's just the fact that like you can earn over like a long period of time, and it's just easy to start. So a lot of those people, they don't go in like I'm making money my first or second year.
No, you
know
never.
what I'm
I don't
saying?
think you should have a bad business thinking you making your money back in the first year or two. Like it's
I
definitely
agree.
a slow grind. You got to understand you're going to be in a hole.
I think that's why so many people, like locally or that we like know, or that you could know, they don't do well when they start clothing lines because
Oh,
people go into those type of things trying to make such a profit. But it's like if you starting a clothing line or a clothing business, you probably not gonna make a lot of. You're not gonna see no profit for a while because all of that money that you get off the first hoodie or shirt, all you're doing is taking that and going to make your next,
Yeah.
your next collection. So like. How do you ever get the profit off of fashion until you fully blow up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I always think that those entry level things never go nowhere because people, they are
Hey,
so
that's what I was thinking
profit
about
driven.
when you was talking about the other day. You was talking about some brand. You was like, "Damn, $500 for this shirt just because it got the brand on it." I wish I could have that type of like value where it could be a white shirt, but I put my thing on it and now it's $500. Like that's got to be
every
the
designer brand. They could literally just
Yeah.
take any plain black shirt and put their logo on it. Now it's $500.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. That's why I never really got the hype of designer because I just feel like that's how I view it as someone.
If you broke, just say that.
For real. 'Cause some of this should be so raw. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm with both of y'all. And it's not even designer. That's streetwear shit too. That's just the time that we in where I think a lot of people, they brand or they tag, they done made it so exclusive that it drives up the value, and that ain't even their prices. So you might see a Supreme or some shirt that's like 7 something,
Supreme
and
might
that
be the
wasn't the
king of that
original
brand.
price.
Yeah.
Supreme will put their logo on a rock they found on the ground and it'll be $1,000.
It's like the
People
shoes.
will buy it.
These shoes retail is what?
200.
So, but if you get them, well, maybe not those shoes. I don't know what they resale value is, but it's a lot of shoes that
Yeah, a
could be
lot of shoes are
160.
resale 180 and then they get resale for like 5,
670.
6, 7.
Like that's just the time that we live in. But designer,
The margins are so crazy with designer. Man.
that's what
they
I-
probably
that's-
take like $7 to make a t-shirt and sell it
That's
for $400.
that's the mind
That's
blowing part.
crazy.
And
That's
you gotta
gotta be
understand
like-
the designer brands that we're thinking of off the top of your brain. They've been around so long. Gucci and Louis is not new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they have ran it up insanely.
Yeah, like buying a $700 shirt just sounds so crazy to me. Like I don't
Hey,
know.
You'll get
Even
that
though I
one day.
could, even though
No,
I
I'm just
could,
messing
even
with
though I
you.
could buy a $700 shirt,
Yeah, that ain't
it's
true
just-
though. Be
it's
true to
just-
you.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
For sure. I couldn't even
I
see
would,
you
I would
wearing
rather spend that
700.
on a trip. I can go somewhere for $700.
That's facts.
Where the hell are you going for $700?
Well, I fly through my girlfriend, so
Oh, you specific? Yes, you're not talking about GP. You're talking about you.
That's why it's also
specifically.
important to stay true to you, because that don't even sound right coming from you, or like I can't even picture that. And that's why it'd be funny when they used to show the YouTube people or social media people who got like a bag and
Yeah.
then they just design their head to toe. They all on FaZe Rug, like boy, that boy went and bought the mannequin. They used to be on my boy FaZe Rug Hill because it's just like, damn, sometimes it ain't even about. You still got to put that shit on. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? This look better for you than you trying to go get a Gucci jumpsuit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching like Dame
You
Drops, and
rocking
he was
that.
wearing Echo, and I was like, he was wearing Dame Drops. He was wearing,
I'm
he
not
was the
sure who
big
that is.
food reviewer,
Oh, okay.
and he was wearing the Echo fit, and I was like, he has made so much money through YouTube, and he's wearing Echo right now. But he stayed true to who he is. But he got a big ass nice truck.
Echo.
We were just talking
Echo
about
said too true.
Wait, what's his name?
Dame Drops.
Same jobs, man.
Echo is staying true. Hey,
I was watching a
Don't
video,
say that true to yourself.
And he was sitting in the truck doing, and he had on the Echo fit, and I was
Oh, I know this guy. I just never knew his name. Okay, I'm familiar with this guy.
what old clothing brand would you bring back? I think we already talked about this.
Yeah,
bring back.
Rockaware used to be
Rockaware
that
is the
shit.
first thing that
Rockaware
came
used
to
to be
mind.
that
You know
shit.
what?
Fubu, South Pole.
No, who just
Black Label
Man, who was that?
or
Coogee.
Koji, yeah.
Jabot. Bring back Jabot.
Jabot
jeans.
jeans. Damn.
I know Dame Drops too. He's that damn.
I used to really have two pair of Jabot jeans. Big ass jeans.
Jabot's a
too.
hit.
Oh, you know what I would bring back, Mike? And they trying to bring it back. I'll bring back Trues.
Trues is decent.
I've never.
I think it just went through that
had a
big
few pair of
phase,
Trues, but mine
and then
was
it just
fake.
kind of got left behind. But Trues is actually a raw
Where you
jean.
get your fake Trues from?
Somebody in the city used to sell them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that type of time. Yeah, man, I had a few fair trues, but like Now, for what they used to charge for trues back then, I'll be decent. But when you 14, it was hard.
Was
to
that
get.
like 200-300?
Yeah, no. Like sometimes you get them for like 150, 160. But as a teenager, 150 on some jeans is nuts.
Yeah.
When you're not buying them.
I remember I seen a post that was like, during the high school days, a North Face was basically like a what's it called? It was like the most expensive. What they call like a Belair jacket? No.
Montclair.
It's like a North Face is like a Montclair jacket back in high school.
I never had the North. It took me a while. I got the North Face now, but it took me a while. I seriously, the area we went to the high school, to me that was a white people thing. Just like a Peli is our culture. But like I didn't really get the hype and the obsession with the North Faces when I first got to high school. I'm just like,
I just don't remember. I would see him at like Sports Authority or some shit. Because I mean, you could use it for like activities or whatever.
It just seemed
It's
like the
more
school
jacket.
we went to, there was a specific type of North Face.
They were expensive as hell. They were like $200, $300.
But they
jackets.
was wearing they were wearing a specific type of one. There's like one that was like I just it's hard to explain, but there was like when I started to understand what North Face was, I was mind blown that there was so many variations because I'm only going to school and seeing y'all wear this one thin ass thing. It was such a thing that looked
Like,
it wasn't a coat.
Columbia
It wasn't a
jacket.
coat, but it
I
was
don't
a
even have
jacket. It was like a little light jacket.
Yes. And I'm like, y'all wearing, why everybody got this same black North Face with this little stringy thing? And it's like, it's not a coat.
Yeah.
It's not a jacket. It's not a hoodie, but it's like all thrown into one. And it's like, dog, it's -6 outside.
Yeah.
There's no way that's keeping y'all warm. And then I got familiar with North Face and like, oh shit, that probably will keep them warm. But yeah.
Rest in peace of Sports Authority.
Oh
man.
Bruh.
I still sometimes call Dick's Sports Authority.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run the Sports Authority. Oops, let me run the Dick's.
People used to go in there and steal their elite socks.
People used to go in there and steal the hex pads.
Yes, bro.
Because the NBA, everybody started getting the knee braces. Oh man.
Yeah, those elite socks used to get took regularly.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day too,
You ever
like when
stole
I'm
some?
asking my mom for a
No.
pair of socks,
And
a
15?
pair of socks, and
My
they
mom
$20.
Yes, my mom used to be like, bro, you crazy. Because I used to spend my own money on them. She would be like, boy, you crazy.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever stolen anything.
Me either. That's why I was
Just
asking.
so afraid of the law.
Me too.
I got caught once and never tried again.
What you get caught stealing?
candy?
A sucker.
Sucker.
You were
Yo,
the
that's a
sucker.
sucker.
Well, you had to be stealing sucker. You had to be like 5 years old.
Probably more
22.
like 11,
He said have it last week.
maybe like 11 or so.
Okay.
Did he at least let you keep it?
Nah, he called me and he said, you could have just asked me. Now I want you to get out my store.
You couldn't go back.
Nope.
This is in a Plex?
Nah, it was in another Plex up north.
You just a Plex.
Big flex guy. What about you, Mike? You ever stole something?
that we don't know about.
Yeah. I remember.
Well,
when I
yeah,
was-
he literally
His
had-
ass used to be a booster, yeah.
Yeah. He got fired for stealing.
That's why I said we don't
You
know.
can't find no record
he
of
be
that though.
spoiling all of this.
Nah, I remember. This is when I was little. Before I basically moved out to the Plex with y'all.
Yeah.
I was moving from my old one, and I had a friend who had a bunch of like, I think there was like Tech Deck dudes or Tech Deck or whatever. He had like hundreds of them.
you stole it, and they called. Yeah, I remember.
And I took a couple of them because we were moving.
Yeah.
And then his dad had called my dad. He was like, "Yeah, have you seen so and so's toys? Like they're missing, or whatever." And he basically like described each one of them. They're like little Tech Deck dudes, right? Me as a kid too, I wanted to show my dad that I had them, but I didn't want to tell him where I got them from. So I was like, "Hey, Dad, look, I found these outside," and it's the exact same ones he's describing. So my dad had made me take them back and apologize, but that was just a bad time in my life.
Do you want to talk about what he was referring to?
The
That was
Target
a
one?
bad time in your life.
It was a disappointing part of my life because I
Oh.
stole from my friend.
Yeah, but you was what, 4?
It had to be like 12, 13.
Oh, you was old.
13?
You was you.
I had literally
you
just,
was bogus.
I had literally just
You were
moved out.
13 stealing Tech Deck dudes.
Uh,
Tech Deck dudes.
Was
at
what
the
13.
time?
actual board?
Lord,
Or did you
this
steal
is
that?
this is before.
You were a teenager.
Hey,
This is
give me-
before
Hey,
NMG.
Dad, look what I found outside.
This is before Anim jeans.
You was a 13, Mike.
So I don't remember what
Yeah.
age that was because I get there fourth
NMG
grade.
starts at 3rd grade. No.
It start- no,
It
it's-
starts way younger than that.
I got there in 4th grade.
Oh,
Okay.
so you weren't 13 years old,
Yeah,
Michael.
yeah.
13
Yeah.
years old is
So
about
I
to
had to be
graduate
like 10,
8th grade.
11.
More than like 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
don't remember. It's a
He was
long
like
time
10.
ago.
Probably 10.
Okay, but yeah, the Target one.
Oh, I was selling gift cards.
I used to steal from Portillo's all the
I
time.
kind
So
of.
you ain't, it
I
ain't
heard
nothing.
you used to steal what?
From Portillo's.
What you
Like
used
a
to steal?
fry?
Food, hours, like
He said hours. The food is understandable, but the
Hours
hours
is like a real crime.
yeah.
it wasn't like
You talking about,
it
like,
wasn't
hide in the
real hours. Like
bathroom?
we had an option of clocking a hazard, which you would get extra $2 an hour. I used to clock in a hazard just casually.
How you do this? They explain why we do this. I'm not a guy that comes from.
So like
the
you come
nine.
in, you swipe in, it has your normal thing, and it has hazard if you work outside that they'll put on there.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's below 32, you supposed to clock in if you're going outside. Sometimes I would be still working inside doing normal stuff, and I would clock in a hazard. And then later on that day, they'd be like, Darrick, you've been clocking a hazard all day. And I'd be like, oh, I ain't know.
So you've
Like you
been
ain't been there
caught, but
3,
it
4
did nothing
years.
happen.
And they would, sometimes I think they would like try to go in and
Adjust
edit it, but
it.
if they didn't want to, they'd just take the, they'd just like, whatever. But like,
Damn.
they
Mr.
used, to really,
Portillo.
like, they used to really like try to clock down on it because
What was your method to stealing food?
just making it and walking out.
I'll go home, you clock out and make it.
I would like make before I clock out. I would just start making
Doing
some
it on a
shit.
clock.
Wait,
Yeah.
could you make your own food? Like say
You're
you're
not
gonna,
supposed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
So
I would like start making it, and I'll walk down the line, put it in the bag, and then just casually just like walk out. If you didn't make yourself look suspicious, you wouldn't look suspicious. So I just,
yeah, for sure.
so I would,
Do you think you're a guy that can hide your suspiciousness?
Yeah, because I would look like I'm just working normally. I would look like I'm doing something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
Some of them
used to
smirks.
steal hours. It's crazy.
Some of them smirks might have gave it away.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you just clock in 30 minutes early before your shift, so that way you end up racking up more hours by the end of the week.
See, for one of my jobs, I had to think about that. They
True
say
beef.
you can only clock in
Yeah.
3 minutes earlier.
They eventually implemented that.
Yeah, you can
'cause
only
we
clock in
all
3
were
minutes
doing
early.
it. We all trying to clock in
Just
30,
still
40
still in time.
Yeah, why not? We was there anyway.
They stealing your time.
They are. They would
That's all
actually,
my boy Darnie said.
I didn't even see it because it got
It
deleted.
went gone. It was like when I sent it was like 23 hours and some change.
Oh.
So it like
I didn't even see
expired.
it.
It was just Darnie being funny.
One of the funniest dudes out there, man.
So let's get back to you.
Yeah, because this is the, and I'm being so serious right now. I understand, and maybe I will never understand because again, the couple of jobs that I did have in my life, they weren't like these jobs that y'all had. So like, I don't really understand too much of like, I understand clocking in. The last job I ever had, I finally had to clock in, but the process is just different. That's what I mean about clocking in, just the process of it. You talking about hazard and all that. No job I work was it like that.
Yeah.
But I do get because sometimes y'all got to be out there in the snow. With this gift card thing, I don't understand. I get it. You've told this story before. I just don't know what the method was of doing that. How do you do that with the gift card?
How much money did you rack up? I didn't. Yeah, I also don't know. Did it end up being money?
I'm confused.
So basically, you ever seen a promotion at Target? You buy 2 things, you get a $5 gift card.
The little paper type of gift card. It's like
No,
it's not
you
paper.
get an actual-
It's a card, but it's like flimsy.
Yeah. So you get those. So people would do all those all the time, and it'd be like $10, $15. I would just give them a coupon off, and I would just keep the gift card myself. So it did turn into actual money, but it was only like, again, you're getting like $5, $10 at a time. So I think I ended up being like $120. But
Damn, you ain't get really far.
yeah,
did you?
that's why none of it is like on my record. Thank God none of it is on my record. But like, it's not like $1,000. I think it was like $1,000, whatever. They have to call the police and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
But
Shout
it
out
never
to
got
them
to
for
that.
catching you early then, because you would have kept going thinking
Yeah.
you was
I
getting
don't
away
think
with
my
it.
mom and dad know to this day.
And a lot of companies
I
do
said they
that.
laid me off.
A lot of companies do that.
Getting laid off at 16 is crazy.
A lot of yeah, you kind of should have kept that to. You got your parents looking crazy right there. But a lot of companies let people.
They did that. I think they did that. I
Hey,
think
Mom,
they do that
I
at
got laid
Walmart. I think they do that at
My mom
Walmart
would
or
have been
Target.
like,
I've
how?
seen
Why? When? I'm gonna go up there.
I think Walmart or Target actually, I think does it too. But like a lot of these retailers, they'll wait for you to
Yeah.
stack up
Yeah.
till
Yeah,
you
that's
get to
what
that
I'm
amount.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen,
I've seen some like the security guard will watch you steal until you've accumulated so much stuff
Yeah.
in your purse before they.
So the other part that I'm trying to get to understand is the customer, because I don't want this to ever happen to me. I don't want nobody. Do they know that you're giving them the discount, or is it
they might-
hitting the same?
No, I mean, to them, they still just got money off. I don't think they really were like paying much.
Oh, you just put in the
attention to it.
system $5 off.
Yeah,
instead
because
of-
I could just put a manual coupon for $5 off or whatever.
okay.
So I wasn't taking from them. I was taking from the company.
Yeah, but they still getting
they
They still get a
$5 off.
discount.
right. Okay, so that's so
Matter of fact, they got the discount immediately instead of the next time they
Yeah,
come.
that's the
okay.
thing with the
So I
discount.
was
You gotta
helping
wait till
them
next
out.
time.
Okay. Yeah. Man of the people.
Right.
A young Robin Hood.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I used to give out free food all the
He
time,
did.
regularly.
He did.
Because on our system,
I get a
I used to
beef
be at a-
and dip. I get my there beef, cheese, fried chocolate cake. Dang.
yeah, I used to be able to like give out free food. Like when I was single,
And then you
shit,
started to avoid him. And then that
Crazy.
couldn't
when
give
I
you
was
no more
single,
food.
Okay,
girl
now-
come through decent.
And listen,
That meal was
this,
cost.
and I never wanted to say this,
That's what
but I
got
say
it
it
was.
now because whatever. This is also why I never understood why he thought I would avoid him. One time before I had met Dana, I was with a girl and we went to Portillo's. I came in there, and it's kind of like what you saying. You were able to hook it up or whatever. I knew multiple people. It was you and it was somebody else. Maybe Amir. I think it may have been Amir. Well, go to the drive-thru, and I think it may have been you. You show love. Y'all want some cake or something?
Oh yeah, free cake.
Boom.
Boom.
She look at me like, damn. Like, yes, man, I know everybody. Go to the window. I mean, what up, boy? Y'all decent? You want some cake or something? I had to pull up. I already got some from, the email, whatever, but I'm straight, bro. Good looking though. It just leave that impression. So I'm like, hey, shot. So I never would avoid you. Never would avoid you. I was looking for you. Me and Dana almost, he don't know, we almost got into argument. Go in his lane.
How many times do you have like opening shifts?
Never. I refuse to open.
That would have probably been the best.
Because I was
time,
gonna ask,
'cause
like, have you
Portillo's
ever
opening
got
this
there and
weekend.
it's already just a
No.
long
You
ass
have to,
line
like-
waiting?
Opening, they would make me clean the whole outside of the building.
Oh, they crazy. They crazy.
And I would just be like, no.
Shit that nobody cares about.
And, like,
I
I
never
used-
went to Portillo's like, look at the outside.
Like I would have to go get the power washer and blow and like power wash the whole entire outside.
Bro, I only
Working in them
ask
cicadas right now, that shit probably crazy.
At
That's hazard.
Goodwill?
That should be hazard.
at Goodwill, say we open at 8, but you got to get there at 7 so you can just make sure everything's straight. At 7:30, people was lining up to get into Goodwill
Yeah.
because they want to get the new stuff.
At
in there.
10:30, there's people in line at Portillo's
That's crazy, bro.
ready.
I didn't understand how crazy America was until like I woke up and was coming here one day and I passed like a Burger King and somebody was in the drive-thru.
I think I said that when I seen somebody at a White Castle. I was driving to the
Yeah, the
podcast
White-
and I seen somebody at
It's like,
White
what are you
Castle in the
doing?
They
morning.
even have a
Castle
breakfast menu?
Yeah, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
Oh,
They
okay.
do. It's like, but still, come on now.
What is? I gotta look
Do
up
you
a
not
White
care about
Castle
your
Stomach
breakfast.
just over with early
Ain't
in the
no
morning.
way I'm eating White Castle early in the morning. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. No, I would never.
Especially they breakfast. Oh,
I
hell.
care about myself.
Why am I eating White Castle eggs?
Just egg sliders.
That's sliding.
Egg sliders is
That's sliding
So
out
they
at
got a
12.
breakfast slider,
Which is
breakfast toast sandwich, a Belgian waffle slider,
What's
hash
the
browns.
breakfast slider?
I bet you that waffles suck.
It's got eggs, bacon, sausage, American cheese, jalapenos
Damn.
on a bun.
That breakfast toast sandwich looks very like some shit I made.
Right? Make this shit the
But
grill.
it looks
It's
like
just
some-
2 pieces of white bread.
Yeah.
What's great is that the pictures just look so enhanced that it looks good.
But it
But
doesn't
even
look
these,
good, though.
even, yeah,
It
even
doesn't.
these
doesn't?
don't look enhanced.
No.
Oh, they not enhancing it. They giving you the natural
I mean,
look.
this is probably enhanced, but that's how bad it really looks. But the enhanced version still not
But the
on
Belgian
nothing.
waffle slider, I would try it though.
You should.
I would try it.
Don't do it for a podcast, though. I'm not trying to smell
I'm
you.
with D Mills. That waffle probably suck.
It is White Castle.
McDonald's also exists, so it's like
Bro, them big Crave boxes used to go crazy when we was kids.
all the sliders.
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
You used to
Hell
get a
yeah.
whole briefcase of sliders and
They used
bring
to
them
feed the
home.
family.
Same thing with the
Man.
Taco Bell boxes.
Hell yeah.
10 sliders is how many dollars nowadays?
$12.99. I'm just guessing.
Oh,
by
I
the
was
way.
about to
It
say,
sounded
boy,
very.
Oh, I thought
accurate.
you were putting it in. I thought he was putting it
Oh,
in.
I need to download the White Castle's app.
Hey.
because they got to know which
What?
location you
Hey,
in.
Yeah, no.
I don't
no
care what
thank you.
nobody talking about. After a long night of drinking,
Oh yeah, that's when they hit.
slide me there. After
Oh,
that
yeah.
Miami, if we could have went there, I'd have been decent. What did we go after Miami? We went right home.
Yeah, we
We
went
ain't
to the
eat no
hotel.
food or nothing. Damn.
We were just sleeping on.
I know in
liquors.
Houston, we told Buddy, hey man, swing this around Whataburger and we'll tip you off something.
But you know, we could have went to Waffle House. We didn't know about it, but we already.
I didn't know Waffle House was there.
There's Waffle Houses in Florida. I don't know if there's one specifically in Miami, but there are some in Florida.
Oh.
I would assume there's one in Miami. But definitely, if we have a bag, definitely.
Why
gonna
does
spend
every
it.
restaurant need an app?
App, yeah.
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, what?
Cracker Barrel
Who's
has an
downloading
app?
the Cracker Barrel app?
I don't know, but it's top 75. It's number 76 amongst food apps.
Damn.
I just downloaded.
Do
the
y'all
food
have
app.
any food apps
Yeah.
Does Uber Eats count?
I got
besides that?
I got Popeyes on my. Hold on, I'm trying to look at all the ones I got. I
had
got
Popeyes
Potbellies.
I got Potbelly, Chipotle.
Do they just
Chick-fil-A.
give you
I have
deals? Is
Chipotle.
that why you have
Yeah,
it?
and
Yeah.
rewards.
Okay.
Like I have a free sandwich on Potbelly now.
I need to get up on my grind because I ain't.
You
I
know
go
you
to
got to
the-
talk to?
I got Taco
Kyron know
Bell,
all of the deals.
Domino's,
Hey, if the
Papa
Cubs
John's.
win,
Damn, boy.
if the Cubs win, it's free Chick-fil-A.
I got-
Do you have any food app? I don't have
Just the
any.
delivery apps.
I got Baby Bop too. That's it.
Really?
You just place it to pick up, go get it. And you
Y'all
go.
ever had Core Life Eatery?
No,
I used to have
Life
like
Eatery.
not the app, but I used to have something I scanned for
think so.
rewards. But yeah, I don't have any. Maybe I'm missing out, huh?
Yeah, it's cool. You get points back, and you end up getting free stuff. That's all.
I used to have
What-
a Chick-fil-A app apparently.
what's your most used rewards program? Mine would have to probably be Myers because I'm there like all the time.
Microsoft. All the
Microsoft.
bills I make.
Best
I
Buy.
mean, yeah, honestly, that might be it too.
That's probably Chick-fil-A. I've accumulated so many points. I'm like in the top tier. Like
He's the top 1% of
I'm
Chick-fil-A
in a
users.
signature. I'm in signature status.
I should get the app then because I eat Chick-fil-A like once
I
a
eat
week.
a lot. Yeah, I should. I think I'm missing out.
I'm about to get Chick-fil-A after the
I was
show.
finna say I may go get it after this.
Yes,
That's
It's
like a
very good app.
tradition for my Saturdays. Is like get Chick-fil-A after the podcast.
I'm a platinum
who
member
does
on
the
my,
podcast. Amanda Reese. He said every Saturday he go to the movies, watch a movie by himself, and get Firehouse subs. I didn't know people had traditions like that.
I used to
That's
like
pretty
going to
dope,
the
though.
movies by myself. It's fun.
Going to the movies by yourself is so. I mean,
I've never done
movies
it
in
before.
general is cool, I guess, but
I think
therapeutic.
You got to go out on your own self date sometimes.
I have
Yeah,
went to a
but
movie
the last
theater.
place I'm going is a movie theater. I go to Barnes and Noble, the mall, stuff like that.
I've been to a movie theater by myself where it was nobody else in the theater.
Oh, that
was great.
I think I've
that's raw.
probably done that too, but I don't remember.
Only time I go to the movies by myself if it's like an anime movie and like my
I'll
wife
be
don't
in-
want to go.
I'll be in that movie tripping. If I'm in the entire movie theater by myself and it's funny, hell no, laughing like a woman.
They still got cameras now, so you're not by yourself, but you're by yourself.
Oh no, yeah, they right there behind you.
They ain't never bothered me though.
Dude's digging your butt.
Oh no, I was talking about when. Never mind.
Huh.
I saw Dragon Ball Z Broly back in like 2017 in the movie theater by
I
myself.
was thinking about getting back. Bro, you know what? Some things I was thinking about rewatching, and
Naruto?
I just feel way too not Naruto.
Naruto.
I just found
Oh
out
my
about
God,
something.
it's so bad.
I want y'all to tell me if y'all ever seen this.
I ain't
Go
gonna
ahead,
lie.
though,
I thought about rewatching some of the like the biggest moments of like Pokemon,
Yeah.
just because it's like I've been seeing so many memes and like stuff, and it just made me so nostalgic because I used to real life play Pokemon like every day.
Where can I watch Pokemon from the beginning?
Netflix.
Crunchyroll. Oh.
Netflix?
Netflix has the first 2 seasons on there. if I'm
I've
not
seen.
mistaken. That's last time I checked. Yeah.
Oh, you said Pokemon. I don't know why. I
But
thought
you know,
meant Dragon Ball.
I feel like you could kind of say a little bit of the same thing. Like I feel like you have your fair share of Pokemon. Like you know, like your experience with it. You don't want to watch the real beginning, do you?
I don't want to watch any of it.
If you had to pick, would you rather watch the later or the beginning?
The
Like I
beginning.
want to see Ash meet Pikachu. Like that's the beginning.
Yeah, I'd watch the beginning again because I only know Gen 1. So if I'd watch some newer stuff, I mean, I would learn it, I guess, but I'm just more attached to Gen 1 stuff.
See, even if I don't. Even when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like, I don't be liking none of that Gen 4, Gen 5. I'm so
yeah, they
traditional.
start driving cars in Yu-Gi-Oh and shit.
He just picking up a monster because he got some special monsters on
Having
know what?
cars
He had
in
a tribute
Yu-Gi-Oh!
summon or
is
nothing.
crazy.
In the TV show and the game, like the card game, are so different. They weren't even sacrificing monsters to like he just brought Blue Eyes White Dragon out of his hand. It's like you can't do
Yeah,
that in
you
real
can't do
life.
that.
You just
Yeah.
can't do that. And he just always had the right card at the top of the deck when it mattered the most. It was the most. What is that?
I just
Deus
seen a
Ex Machina?
Yu-Gi-Oh figure
I remember when we were playing
and a
Yu-Gi-Oh
store
games.
yesterday.
I
You
just
literally had
seen
to do
Hell
certain
yeah.
things in order to pull certain
They got
cards.
the store at the promenade. Where it's
Yes,
literally
they
like,
do.
well, you could have like the little car battles, whatever. They have the tables and there be people up in there.
I've been in there when they had a Magic tournament, or maybe not tournament, but they were playing Magic on. I was like, oh, that's
I
kind
seen
of cool.
somebody
Y'all play
put,
Pokemon Go? Have y'all?
When it was popping when it first came out, but I know people still going.
I seen somebody take a picture. They were like at the pyramids, and they had the 3 Egyptian god cards in their hand. It's like, oh shit.
What is Hajime no Ippo?
That's the best boxing anime of all time.
I don't want to say I started because I put it on.
It's
but then
also long as shit.
my little baby Penny started to distract me, but
Yeah, no, it's one of the ones. I've never completed it because again, it's so long. But that's people usually say that's one. Not even just boxing. One of the best sports anime of all time.
I'm tapping in.
Yeah. Do they have an English?
It was English. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
It's on Netflix. I saw somebody post something about. I saw this on Instagram, and I'm like, "What is this? This look kind of cool."
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me see. And the comments were saying, "Oh, this is
A lot of good anime out right now.
You done with Harry Potter?
I got through the 3rd movie.
this is look cool."
Oh yeah.
Sorcerer's Stone is the best one.
I don't know any of the names. I just know the numbers. Sorcerer's Stone is what number? That
think
sounds
that's
like.
the
I feel
2?
like I've seen that one.
Is that the second
I
one?
think that might be the second one.
I think so. I don't remember.
I think the first one is the Chamber of Secrets. The second is the Sorcerer's Stone, and the third one is
Chamber of Secrets
It's
is
the-
good too.
R something.
What? I'm gonna look it up real
Just
quick.
look it up. But I
The
got through
Chamber
the
of
3rd
Secrets is
movie.
the first one where he's under the house. Well, he's under the stairs.
That's the first one. Then.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah, I got through the 3rd one. It's cool.
Nope, we was wrong. The Sorcerer's Stone is the first one. The Chamber of Secrets is the second one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Then
the
it's the
third
Prisoner
one-
of Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's the one I just finished, and it's cool.
I don't think I've ever gotten past the second one. I've only watched the first 2.
The 3rd one is where it felt like it got more mature.
Okay.
Even though they're still kids, it was actually like blood and stuff, so that was kind of cool. But I honestly feel like that's one of them series that I had to be there for.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I've always wanted to play that game of them on the sticks and they like shooting. Like, oh no, they trying to throw the ball through
You
the
talking about
Oh,
Quidditch?
Yeah, I've always
Quidditch.
wanted to play that game. That game looked fun.
It does. It does.
If there's like any like
I think the reason why
fake
I
game
enjoyed
that's
Harry
been in the
Potter
movie, that's one I've always wanted
is
to play.
because I'm really big into like sci-fi and fantasy.
Sure. Yeah.
So like same thing when I watch Lord of the Rings. Like
That's
I
another
enjoy
one I
that
gotta
type of
get
like and like setting.
So that was what my thought process was. Like, there are so many like movie series that I've never watched. It's Harry Potter. It's
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. It's a couple more that I have on my list. It's like I need to at least try them. If they're not for me, they're not for me.
Lord of the Rings is just 3 hours every time.
Yeah.
You know.
And it took me 3 sittings to get through the 3rd.
How many Transformers have you seen?
I've seen them all.
Oh, you have?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the most recent
I haven't
one.
seen. Yeah, I haven't seen
Is
the
that
latest
the Beast one? The
I don't
one where
know.
they have like Transformer gorillas and
Oh,
lions
yeah,
and stuff?
yeah.
I did see that.
I didn't see that
damn
one yet.
strange.
Is
Yeah,
it
that
good?
No.
No?
I've never had a Transformer movie that I enjoyed except for the Bumblebee movie.
Bumblebee movie was good.
You
But
know
I
what's
like the one that
best
came
thing?
out
In
right
the first
before the
one, in the
Bumblebee
first one.
movie. It
The
was
best
good
thing
too,
about
to me.
watching or taking the time to go back
That was
and
when
watch some
Optimus
of
and
those.
Bumblebee was fighting. Like they
But
literally
it
turned.
lasted for 4 minutes in the whole movie. They promoted it like, oh my God, the two Titans going to get each other. Bumblebee was evil for 4 minutes in the movie, and then Optimus Prime just said his name, and then his eyes went back to the normal color, and it's like, my best friend, I'm sorry, and he used his real voice, I guess, and that was the end of it. But they're entertaining. I don't like them, but I can't stop watching them. That's how I feel
Yeah.
about the Transformers movies. I watch every single
I
one.
stopped watching Fast and Furious a long time ago.
I've never seen any of
Bro,
those.
I was
Never?
thinking about
Never.
watching
No,
the
single
first couple of them, probably like the first,
I only probably
2 or
watched the first
3.
few when I was a kid, but after that, when
just
got
because
older,
I want to
just didn't
see
care.
like I'm really big on nostalgia, and I was like, man, I want to see Paul Walker get in that. What do he have? I think it was like, damn, I can't remember the exact car he has, but it's like, bro, I seen a picture of it. I was like, I want to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
You know, just to be in that kind of like thing. Like Tokyo Drift was. I remember when Tokyo Drift first dropped. I went to go see that in movie theaters, and it was
See,
a dope movie.
I know I've seen bits and pieces of a bunch of the movies, but never
Yeah.
watched the whole movie of any of them. Like Tokyo Drift was one that I remember getting my hair cut, and it was on in the movie in the barbershop. So I've seen parts of it, but not the entire thing. And I kind of don't really have much interest in it.
What we on in Vegas?
I don't know. I think everybody's significant other's supposed to be going, except for mine right now. We're having trouble finding somebody to watch the baby.
We could be on whatever. I mean, I've made dinner reservations for the week prior, so like that weekend is free.
The
What you
week
mean,
prior?
Like after Sunday, because we would be there till
That's
Sunday.
not the prior week.
I'm at the next
The
week.
following week.
The
Oh,
following
I
week.
am not staying in Vegas outside of that Sunday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I'm going-
That's why I
I-
made my dinner reservations for Monday on, so that way.
Yeah,
Wait, I don't understand what you're saying.
You have multiple reservations for dinner?
Yeah, he's saying after. He's saying from when y'all gonna be there, he's free.
Oh, so you don't start your actual stuff till Monday.
Yeah, like dinner and
Okay,
stuff.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
I was
don't
thinking
know.
about
I
going
just-
to Kevin Hart Sunday night, but I don't know yet.
Isn't our show Sunday night?
Saturday night.
Saturday.
show is
You
Saturday.
kept
Oh.
saying Sunday. It's Saturday.
Oh, in the notes, I was just reading what was in front of me.
You said Saturday out loud though.
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Saturday,
The 13th.
July
Now,
13th.
In
Okay.
that meeting the other day, you was talking about is the show on Sunday?
Oh,
But nah, it's Saturday.
Saturday 13th.
I know we doing Friday.
Yep.
Saturday show. We got to pop out after the show or something.
I'm trying to get home ASAP, man. I fucking hate Vegas.
You hate Vegas?
Hate Vegas in its entirety. It's too hot. It's always up.
It's
I think
just
that's what I like
and
about
it's
it.
up.
Like it's good for like a little bit. Like
That's
it's
what I'm
just
saying. I
fun.
can be there for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do 4. Can't do 5 anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause I know it's like Vegas is one of those things where you could control your own destiny. You could be on some chill shit if you really want to.
Yep.
It's not like you have to be on that.
It
turn-up
is.
shit.
It is hot, but I do like it because it's up. But I definitely is not a place I could stay a week yet.
Like, if you want to, you can literally just go chill at the pool if you really want to.
You can do that shit in Chicago.
Well, and you know, none of us up here is doing that.
True.
I don't need to fly 4 hours to be in the pool.
I just like
I
it
was in the
'cause-
pool 2 days ago.
I'm a night owl, and it's up, so I can literally go downstairs from my hotel if I'm just up and just walk around and
Sit at the roulette table.
ask Josh Giddey why he ain't come to the show.
That is crazy.
You go walk outside on the strip.
I'm starting to become a morning person, unfortunately.
People ask me.
Well, yours is unintentional.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm usually like,
I
back in the
never
day.
understood that though.
What's that?
I'm naturally a morning person because I'm up. So when am I? I'm finna pissy. I'm pissy to everybody because I'm up. And I hate people who like, I'm not a morning person. Well, go back to sleep then. But I'm gonna be rude to everybody because I'm up now. I never understand that. I never understand
I
that.
had this a little bit different, but recently Elena always used to like, so I'll be sleeping or I'll take a nap because I'm a big nap guy, and like I'll start waking up, and Elena would kind of just be like in my face already, just as soon as I'm waking up, and I'll have hella attitude, and she's kind of wondering
You don't
why,
know
but
your girlfriends is shit.
I've
I'm
never
just not that
experienced
person. Like I need to wake up before you just start like talking to me or like you're kind of like before I have your full attention, whatever. When
I
you're talking.
understand because Suzanne's that way too. If I'm up, I'm up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like personally, I don't know if that's just is that like considered grogginess? Like you wake
Probably
up kind
a
of
little
groggy.
bit.
I don't know if I've experienced that
If you
much.
groggy,
Not even that
that's-
much, but I
you're not
guess
even
yeah.
up.
From a 2-3 hour nap, I do be a little groggy, so I wake up like
Oh, that grogginess suck.
bro.
I hate
terrible.
it.
I
That's
always
why
my nap's got to be less than an hour, man.
I know, I started doing
That's
that a
why
little bit more,
I
too.
give you some leeway if you saying you groggy. But I'm saying the people who up, if once you up, the grogginess is gone. Once you up and unwalked around, your grogginess is gone. But if you,
I used to be a
and I'm
morning
over in your
person.
face like this, you like, damn.
Are y'all
can I get
up immediately as I wake up type of person?
No,
No.
Nah, I wake
Which
up
I
like
need
an
to
old
be.
Chevy.
See, I like bounce out of bed.
I need to.
I do that
I wake
sometimes.
up like an old Chevy.
I remember somebody saying like you take when you start an old Chevy, especially in the cold, you got to let it run a 3-4 minutes before you just start pulling out and accelerating on
Right.
the gas.
No, the alarm will go off of like Avery up in her bed. And I don't
bounce
need
up?
to let her chill for 5 minutes before I'm up. I will bounce up, go get her, let's start the day.
It
Oh no,
depends
no.
I
What
got
about
going.
you? Take her out because I
Same
agree.
thing. Same thing.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I mean, my last 2 years has been with her. So it's like, I don't even remember a time before that. But like,
No, if we in the
when
hotel-
when they're gone, they were just gone last week. Same thing. I wake up at 7:45, and I'm up. I don't need to
When
chill
you're in
in
the
bed.
hotel, you get up right away?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
I go shower,
I'm
go
laying
brush my
around.
teeth.
I'm laying there.
and-
I'm trying to figure out what I'm eating for breakfast. I'm just contemplating.
Only
the day.
time I would lay there if there's no couch in the hotel room. But I will start my day. I won't get dressed, but I'll go shower. I'll go brush my teeth, and I'll sit on the couch and watch TV or my iPad or whatever
See,
I'm
nah,
supposed to
it's
be doing.
usually based on what I got going. If I had something
real.
early, then I might, do all this stuff early. But
Yeah.
if I'm probably just chilling in bed or laying down in
So
bed.
much throughout the week be having me have to get up and go right to what I do that when I had a chance to just sit there, please believe I'm sitting there.
I don't
My
blame
best interest is to sit there because as soon as I get up, I'm finna brush my teeth, finna go in that office, finna watch something basketball related, try to make a video. I'm finna come to this podcast. So when I have my chance, I'm like, let me sit here because I know when I get up, I got to do something.
It definitely was a time where I feel like I would wake up around like 6 or 7 just because my body naturally did that. And it's probably about like, I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but it had stemmed from probably when I had to get up for work in the morning all the time and stuff like that.
I
And it's
can't
just
go
like,
back to sleep when I'm up.
I'm
though.
just up now.
Like when I got to take my dog out, I'm up. I'll try to go back to sleep today. She had to go out at 8. I'm like, I got a bit of an hour
I feel that
before
it's
I can get
definitely
up.
times I came, like I woken up or didn't have the best night's sleep before the pod. And it's like, as soon as I get back home, I'm finna lay my head down. But I'll leave out of here and I'm like, I'm just up already now.
Now you get on home and get on the game.
Give me something to eat.
I'm always on the game with you.
We gotta figure out some stuff to get into.
If it wasn't for the game, we wouldn't be friends.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
I remember when you was NPR Predator.
But you was his friend before the game.
Mike's here.
Yeah.
Through skateboarding.
You
Yeah.
skateboard.
I would have never met KB.
And he
through
always
skateboarding.
deflect on you.
At least I don't think I would have.
Nah, hell no. You never met me through no skateboard. I was so far away
My
from that
mom
type of
asked
stuff.
me, because Michaela wants to start skateboarding. She wants to know if you could teach her a few tricks. I'm like, bro, I ain't touched a skateboard in 20 years.
That's one of them things I'm not looking forward to as a parent.
What?
Having to like, she's gonna be able to experience herself if she wants to, but I don't want her to be like, oh, I want to skateboard all of a sudden.
Oh.
Just because so many injuries happen with that. And
Yeah, I got
personally, I've
injured
only broke
once.
one bone in my life. It's been my pinky. That's it.
What if she's one of those girls that say she wants to play football?
We're not doing football in my house.
Oh.
I agree with him.
We
I
can
don't
do
care if it's
pretty
a
much
boy.
every other sport. We cannot do
My
football.
son ain't gonna play football.
Yeah, that's the one we probably stay away from.
I don't blame you.
It's just it's too many of the
Type
head
of shit,
injuries.
Mike. Why would you post this?
What?
Type of shit he be doing.
Crazy. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching or listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like. NOTBlive.com if you will be in Vegas. Go ahead, get yourself some tickets. Get a VIP pass. You can come meet the guys if you haven't already. And we will see y'all the next time we chat again. The NBA season could be over. Or we could be talking about the legendary comeback in the making.
we are.
You never really know. So we'll see y'all. Peace.
Peace.